Revolution plays Play Ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Matt Pleasant here with Luis Cruz before Game 3 tonight with the Bees. And Luis, you've been on the team for a couple weeks now, gone on a road trip and starting to settle in. What's the process been like learning all the different pitchers on the staff?
So I learned a little bit more here because he had more pitch with more experience, so I'm happy for that. So I need more learn. So day for day, I practice. I talk to the pitchers in the bullpen what pitch you want to throw in that count. So this is my point for that season here.
I saw you last week hitting with Polo in the cage. What have you been working on at the plate for yourself?
I work more outside the plate because I'm big guy. So the pitcher, he throw more in for me. So I need more control the outside the plate because this is my zone for hit more, So this is where every day in the cage.
You came up in the Cardinal system and obviously only been here a couple of weeks, but what are your impressions in terms of how things are with the Revs different from your experience coming up with the Cardinals?
Here, that league here is very hard because you have big league guys, 3-player guys, double-player guys, so it's more different.
Is there a piece of advice you've gotten so far that's helped you out?
Yeah.
What's that?
For here, it's more bigger. It's more bigger for him.
What about off the field? What's it been like just hanging out with the guys and getting to know the team?
In the field, I'm happy when I come to the stadium every day because I told you the guys, every guy is a little communication with them, so it's very good.
All right, Luis. Thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Revs catcher Luis Cruz, and looking to get him some more playing time going forward, Matt. They like the way that he handles things back there, but Tejeda, you've got to have him in the lineup as often as humanly possible as well, but the Revs, once again, I think a pretty good catching duo.
No doubt about it, and I think what they really like about Tejeda is his work behind the plate, but we've also seen him in batting practice, and there's no shortage of power there. So it'll be interesting to see. I think that he's a guy that doesn't have a ton of experience, as we mentioned in the interview, coming up with the Cardinals organization, but at the same time, I think there will be opportunities for him moving forward, and I know Mark Mason and the rest of the staff really like what Tejeda's able to do at first base as well, so that really opens things up, and it's a good problem for this team to have.
Well, Luis Cruz, our guest. Thanks for him joining us tonight. We'll hear from Mace on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report coming up next.
This is Dustin Hawkinson with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood SureSave Markets.
Can't get enough of the Birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the Birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
Mays, last night, no shortage of excitement with leads changing hands, some big plays and all of that. I'm sure one of the most frustrating things there for you, none of the matchups worked out the way that you had hoped. I would assume you like who you've got to go to and you like who you had to go to, but it just didn't work out last night, did it?
No, it didn't, and that's, it's frustrating, but that's part of the game too. You try to put the guys in the best position to be successful. Left-handers against left-handers, right-handers against right-handers. Obviously, there's going to be some opposite hands worked in there. It's not like you're walking in with a left-handed pitcher and face 4 left-handed hitters in a row, but basically, it didn't work out the way we wanted, and that happens sometimes.
With Tyrell last night, I mean, just a terrific start the first 3 innings, but what happened in your mind in that 4th inning where it just one after another, it was so quick the way that they put those 5 together?
It's hard to say without talking to him directly, but I know he hit a guy with a breaking ball that inning, and then there was like a jam job to second base to maybe we couldn't get the ball out of our glove. It was kind of a charge play because the ball wasn't hit very hard. And then I think after that there might have been a lack of focus on his part, and there was a couple big hits in a row on consecutive pitches. And I think once that happened, then I think he might have got kind of emotional and maybe a little bit upset, like angry. And once that happens, then you really don't command the pitches as much, and then you start leaving balls in the middle of the plate, and then then there's a home run before you know it. So it was a lot of runs on not a lot of pitches, and in that little sequence that happened right there, I'm going to say like 3 or 4 runs on like 4 or 5 pitches. It was pretty quick, but and then after that he settled back in and did a good job. But it's one of the things that we talked about on the pregame show yesterday with him. As good as his stuff is, sometimes his emotions get the better of him, and I think that's what you saw last night in the 4th inning.
One bright spot, Ryan Dent in the 2-hole, and he's been making contact, moving guys along. Last night, really driving the ball. And did you feel like some of the extra work that he put in yesterday paid off right away?
He puts extra work in every day. He's one of the first ones here at the ballpark. He's usually downstairs in the cage with Polo way before anybody else is here. So he's really working on his craft, and he's getting some good results. Even the outs that he hits are hard, solid outs, and he's doing a really good job for us. Defensively, he's been our MVP in a lot of ways because he can play everywhere in the infield, which can give guys a night off. And he's been out there pretty much every night here for a while. So, I'm glad to see him. It's good to see the work pay off when the guys put the extra work in, and so I'm happy for him.
Well, tonight you've got Alexi Casilla in there right away, and obviously big league veteran, but what kind of role do you envision for him based on what you know about him, what you've seen here the first couple of days?
Well, we've had a couple batting practices. He did take batting practice yesterday. We're officially on the roster today. I would say eventually he's a player that's not going to hit down at the bottom of the order. I'm just doing that for maybe a couple games until he gets some at-bats and gets his feet under him. And I know, he's a former big league guy with a lot of experience, but no matter who you are, when you come into a new situation and you might not have played for, a few weeks, to get thrown like right into a top part of the batting order, that's a lot of extra pressure that you really don't want. And so we're just going to give him a chance to get acclimated to his environment. I'm sure it won't take long. His batting practice has been really good, which doesn't always mean anything, but it means something if you can't hit the ball in batting practice, and then it means something. But he's done really well in the ground ball work that he's gotten over the last couple of days. So we're excited to have him. I think he'll be a good addition for us. With Josh Wilson out of here now, it's nice to have another major league veteran type guy in the clubhouse and on the roster.
All right, Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report as we get set for the Revs to take the field for Game 3 of this homestand, and trying to get off the schneid here at home, having lost 9 of the last 10. At home, it's a 5.02 ERA compared to 3.52 on the road, and opponents here hitting 302 compared to just 245 away from home. Revs got off to that 3-0 start here. Right now 4-9 compared to 8-11 on the road. And looking to get that change beginning here tonight. Casilla will be in there, as we said, at second base, hitting 8th. Logan Williamson making this start, just 2 hits allowed in 5 innings his last time out. 2 runs allowed in the win at Sugarland on Friday. He had that travel day start and back on his normal 5 days rest here tonight. Williamson against Kyle Simon. The Revs against the Bees. Revs introduced as they take the field here tonight. And that'll wrap up our pregame this evening. Starting lineups and first pitch for game number 33 of the 2017 season. The Revs and the Bees will have it for you coming up next.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit YorkSleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hallam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit YorkSleep.com to learn more.
Hey Revs fans, get points or great rewards just by supporting your team through the new Revolution Rewards program. Use the new York Revolution app to receive and earn points for ballpark food, store discounts, stadium tours, and more. Available through the Apple and Google Play stores, the York Revolution app also features team news and exclusive content, contests and promotions for Revolution prizes, online ticket purchases, live game streaming, and more. Download the York Revolution app today. Free stuff by supporting your team? That's Revs time.
Your teams all the time. It's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Just about set to go here tonight. A cloudy but comfortable evening here at Peoples Bank Park. Starting lineups tonight brought to you by Flying Feet. And for New Britain, they will go like this. James Skelton does the catching and leads off. Mike Kraus in center field will hit second. Jovan Rosa, the third baseman, bats third. Craig Maddox will DH for them and bat in the cleanup position. Connor Bierfeld in left field is hitting fifth. John Griffin, the first baseman, will bat sixth. Yusuke Kajimoto, second baseman, hits seventh. Jamar Walton in right field is hitting eighth, and Steve Carrillo will man short and round it out. Again, it's Skelton, Kraus, Rosa, Maddox, Bierfeld, Griffin, Kajimoto, Walton, and Carrillo for the Bees, who have been scorching hot, hitting over 300 near the last 11 games that they've played. For the Revs tonight, they will line up this way. It'll be Jose Constanza in left leading off. Ryan Dent plays at first base tonight and hits second once again. Isaias Tejeda will catch and hit third. Michael Burgess, the DH tonight, in the cleanup spot. Angel Franco, the start at shortstop this evening, is hitting fifth. Travis Witherspoon in center will bat sixth. Brian Pounds, third baseman, bats seventh. Alexi Casilla will make his debut at second base, hitting eighth. And rounding it out in right is Derek Robinson. Again, Constanza, Dent, Tejeda, Burgess, Franco, Witherspoon, Pounds, Casilla, and Robinson for the Revs, with Logan Williamson just about set to go. Overall, in 5 starts, 1-2 with a 4.30 ERA, 23 innings, 20 hits, opponents hitting .241. He does want to cut down on the walks, 15 compared to 9 strikeouts. And the win at Sugarland last time out, 5 walks in 5 innings, but only 2 hits and only 2 runs. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch upon us here this evening as Skelton digs in, hitting at 279. And Williamson to the plate, and it is just inside. We are underway, 71 degrees. We're in a cloudy evening, 6:33 the time. Pitch to Skelton is over for a called strike and evens things up. Skelton, 2 walks last night, now leads the league with 27. Pitch is on the outside corner, strike 2 called, and Williamson jumps ahead. 7 more walks than any other hitter, leads the league in on base at 461. Williamson the wind and the pitch. And a swing and a ground ball poked to third. Pounds is up with it, guns it across, and there's 1 away. Our plate ump tonight, Bill Reuter with the balls and strikes. It's David Shirk at first, Brian DeBrouwer, the umpire at third base. Bees are in all gray on the road. The Revs are in their traditional home whites this evening. And a V formation of geese flying over the ball field. Is it Long Island where you couldn't take a step in the neighborhood without stepping in goose droppings? Here's Krause, who pulls a ground foul under the New Britain bullpen bench. Krause hitting at 268, 5 home runs, 13 driven in. Williamson with the pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball down and away. 84 on that one. Logan's velocity he's still looking to have come around, but he does feel that that's not far away. He fires, and a grounder pulled foul. One thing, coming back after a year off, some of the things that he's battled in the past, it's more of a mental thing just to work through, to know that he can let it go. He fires, and a foul back against the screen. He's almost joked about his low velocity compared to in the past, but he's been able to be successful. He fires and missed away, 1-2. Say 84 early on tonight is maybe even a tick above where he had been earlier. The pitch and a ground ball toward the middle. That's a base hit. Franco had Krause played way to pull it short. And Krause ends up hitting it where Franco ordinarily would be able to get to it. So 1-out base runner. And the Bees with their 30th hit of this series will bring Jovan Rosa to the plate. Rosa, a 6-game hitting streak coming in tonight. He's at 273, couple of home runs, 16 driven in. Williamson making his 2nd start of the season against New Britain. And he'll step off and fake a sidearm throw to first, hanging on to it. Krause, of course, big stolen base threat for them. Has 10 and 12 tries, big lead. Pitch to Rosa, finds the outside corner and a called strike 1. Williamson in that first start, 3 innings, 1 run. It was his first start in 2 seasons. April 23rd. He fires, and a swing and a pop foul. That'll head out of play, first base side. And Williamson now with a few more starts under his belt since that first meeting. Ready, and the pitch, and a tapper foul, third base side. The only damage done to him that day was a bases loaded walk in his 3rd and final inning. Then his 2nd start, he was terrific, but came down with the calf injury a couple of outs before qualifying for a win. He fires, and a cutter down and in missed. And really, it's the the calf that more so than some of the lower body things he's had in the past that mentally he's trying to get himself through, but he's still been successful. He deals, and a bouncer foul, third base side again. And that one up to 86. Revs have dropped 4 straight against New Britain after winning on opening night. 1-4 against the Bees. They are just 9-16 against the Liberty. 3-4 against their own division. Kraus runs, pitches line to left. Constanza over, has to play it off the wall. Takes a hop off the sprint sign and skip behind him, and Kraus is going to score on it. No play at home, and New Britain with a first inning run. Jovan Rosa scalding one on one hop off the arch nemesis, and it spun back behind Constanza, who overran it by a step, unable to get Kraus at the plate. And it'll be just a single for Rosa, who stands at first base, but has an RBI now in 5 straight games. Now Kraus running on the pitch. Never slowed down and scores from first on the single to left. Don't see that very often. Here's Craig Maddox, and a changeup runs inside. Maddox, the DH, has a 7-game hitting streak. 9 for 20 against York, hitting .450, overall at .236. Pitch is swung on line to right field. Robinson back on this, turns to play it, and it bounces against the wall padding in deep right center. Rosa at third, he'll be held there, and Casilla will hold it and run it in. It's a double for Maddox, and New Britain with runners at second and third, a run home already and still only 1 out.
A little surprised that Rosa was not sent there. Casilla caught the ball probably 30 feet into the outfield still when Rosa was already touching third, but nobody on this field knows Casilla's arm better than third base coach and skipper Stan Clyburn, and he decided Rosa was best suited to stay right where he was.
And Casilla played for Clyburn in the Twins system at Rochester, and Stan was very happy to see him yesterday, one of his favorites. Tejeda visit to Williamson. And they'll get ready to face Connor Bierfeld with runners at second and third and trying to end a string of 3 straight hits, already more than Williamson gave up in his start on Friday in Sugar Land. Bierfeld hitting .277, 7 homers, 17 driven in. Williamson ready. First pitch is down low, a changeup. Bierfeld 0 for 4 with 3 Ks last night, but he did score after being hit by a pitch. But even with that, he's hitting .350 against York with 5 extra base hits, 2 homers. 1-0, and he lines this one foul out in front and yanks it onto Arch Street. Well over the third base side seats. Ball and a strike. The wind is out right to left tonight. Now Williamson to the belt. And the 1-1 swing, and it's fouled back upstairs as that comes bouncing down below, 1-2. Both teams just 12-20 coming in here this evening. Here's the stretch. Williamson a glance back, and now deals, and a foul into the netting again. Going toe-to-toe with Bierfeld. He'd played in the Orioles system previously. Released on April 1st of this year, 26-year-old from Torrington, Connecticut. Former D3 All-American in Western Connecticut State. Pitch, and it's down and away. Tejeda sliding to his right, 2-2. And nothing coming terribly easy for Williamson here in the top of the first tonight. It's his 23rd pitch. out of the belt. The 2-2 and a changeup low. Tejeda blots that. Does have a bag open. The Revs in the last 8 games, they've gotten some good performances in there, but the overall ERA 6.62. Starters on that stretch 8.12. Just one quality start in the 8. Williamson trying to turn that trend as he steps off. Now hunched forward, looking in for the sign. He's got it. And the payoff pitch, swinging a ground ball to third. Pounds has it. No chance to advance there. He'll throw it across to first, and there's 2 away. Now the Revs, much too early in the game, of course, to be playing the infield in, but the ground ball right to third, and Rosa unable to take any chances on that. The 2 down, and the K-man, John Griffin, will stand in. Hitting at .250 with 2 homers, 12 driven in. And the first pitch, fastball just missed below the knees. Griffin came into last night's game hitting under 200 the previous 9, but slammed a double in that 5-run fourth. 1-0. And a swing and a miss, a cutter. Also had another one that he hit deep that was caught. Williamson the wind and the pitch. And in the dirt, Tejeda blots that. It's 1-0 Bees, and trying to hold them to just 1 here in the top of the first. Williamson's win on Friday is first of the year. Now he delivers, and it misses low, a changeup. It's the 16th win of his Revs career, 4th most in team history. This will be his 30th pitch of the inning. And it's down and in. So Griffin walks, and the Bees will load him up. And now have to deal with the switch-hitting Yusuke Kajimoto here in the first tonight, the 7th hitter.
Now batting the second baseman, number 8, Yusuke Kajimoto.
Kajimoto at .333, 2 homers, 6 driven in 9 games played. 1 for 4 with a 2-run triple last night. And first pitch, swing and a foul tip. So he's up there jumping at the first one, looking to drive it. Just a foul tip though, it's no balls and a strike. Now Williamson to the belt. 0-1, and a grounder foul past Rosa, leading at third. Right past his feet and down the line, it's 0-2. And with Kaji early on that, we'll probably see some off-speed stuff here for at least a pitch or 2. Long look, Logan set. And the 2-strike pitch. It's a fastball and it missed away. Swim night here at Peoples Bank Park. They have a big inflatable slide that looks like a wave in right field. 1-2, and a rip at second, but right to Casilla. He gloves it, and submarines on to first for the out. His first chance with the Revs, and handles the inning-ending ground ball. But a battle for Williamson in the top of the first. He leaves him loaded. New Britain does score 1 on 3 hits. At the end of a half, it's the Bees 1 and the Revs coming up.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
I just like to say that y'all rock, man.
Is Tom Brady now suspended?
The Associated Press says appeals court rules Patriots quarterback Tom Brady must serve 4 games of flaking.
What's he call for Tom Brady? And if not, Jose. And then Robert Kraft. He's got 4 months here. What can he do in 4 months here with an appeal?
Basically what they were last year.
Yeah.
Dan Patrick. Mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where is the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Nothing like it. Revs come to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. It's 1-0 New Britain. And Kyle Simon looking to get in his rhythm early this year. 2-2 with a 6.75 ERA. 6 outings, 2 starts. He had been used sparingly early, building up, piggybacking Pettibone. Battled some injuries last year. He had requested to be built up easily. Constanza will lead it off against him, hitting at 245. And Simon's first pitch of the night is over at the knees, a called strike. Fastball at 88. Simon 17 1/3 innings, 24 hits. He fires, and a fastball, strike 2 at 90. The 6'6" righty comes out pounding the bottom of the strike zone. It's the 0-2. Ooh, look out. Fastball in. And Constanza had to jump back. Opponents hitting .333. Simon 10 walks, 10 Ks. On the wind and the 1-2. And a 2-seamer down and in. Constanza kicking that back leg out of the way. Dent and Tejeda to follow here in the bottom of the first tonight. They play Constanza the other way. The 2-2. And a missed inside as he kicks that back leg back again. He's in the field defensively tonight and left. They've been DHing him quite a bit here of late. The 3-2. And he grounds one softly toward the middle at short. Carrillo will get there to his left and snaps it on to first for the out.
And a really good job there by Steve Carrillo, recognizing Constanza's speed. He got the transfer and throw off very quickly to get Constanza, despite a relatively tough play ranging back up the middle.
Now 1 down. Here's Ryan Dent. We mentioned how he's played all 4 infield positions in the past week, and he's in at first base again tonight. First pitch from Simon is over for a strike. It didn't dawn on me at Sugar Land that he played all 4 in that series in 3 days until I checked last night. It was a fastball low. I'm confident in saying that that's never been done before. He does join a short list that have played all 4 for the Revs in 1 season. He swings here, grounds it sharply to second, but Kajimoto, a step to his right, will get in front and throw to first. 2 ground ball outs for Simon, who is known for working quickly. Last year, he beat Somerset June 22nd of last year through the first shutout in Bees history. 1 hour and 59 minutes, the fastest game in the league last year. Here's Tejeda with 2 down. Comes in at .320 with 6 home runs, 20 driven in after the grand slam last night. And Simon's pitch, fastball called strike. He's now within 3 of the top 5 in the league in RBIs. Ranked 6th in average at 320. Pitch is swung on and missed. And Simon right now, automatic down at the knees, nothing up in this first inning. He is on point here early. It's the wind and the 0-2. And a bouncing ball back to him easily on one hop, and he'll lob it over to first. And a 1-2-3 first inning for Simon with 3 ground ball outs. We played an inning tonight. Rebs trail the Bees 1-0.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running. Flying feet. Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
The Hammer, Hank Goldberg. How is Don Shula? Can you tell me anything about him?
Coach Shula came home from the hospital. He's had 2 separate stays in the hospital. He looked a little tired, and Mike said they had changed his medication, and that's why. But he's home now, and I believe he's doing better.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Weekdays at noon on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. For local sports on your smartphone, search WOYK at the App Store.
Nothing New Britain as we go to the second. Logan Williamson trying to bounce back from a 34-pitch first. Jamar Walton leads off. He swings and misses. First pitch cutter down around the knees, lefty to lefty. Walton, a huge night last night. Here's the 0-1, and he fouls it back to the left of the screen. As that goes bouncing down the seats. A triple shy of the cycle last night. 2-run homer in the 4th. Here's the 0-2, and it missed away. He's now hit safely in 5 in a row. Well over 400 the last 10. 1-2 pitch, and a line drive pulled into right field, a base hit. Walton with another knock, and the leadoff man on here in the second inning.
Now batting for New Britain, their shortstop number 4, Steve Carrillo.
These with their 4th hit will bring up Steve Carrillo. Last night, 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. And he's been on a tear. 9 for 21 for the year against York. Overall, though, hitting just .232. First pitch, and he tries to bunt it. Williamson slip, and out towards second. Casilla will glove it. It's a bunt hit, and safe all around. Williamson, of course, with the calf injury earlier in the season, fortunately up to his feet quickly, and seems no worse for wear other than upset about the play. But his feet gave out, and Carrillo with the bunt hit.
Well, as the lefty, Williamson falls off to the third base side. That bunt over towards the first base side of the mound, and he tried to reverse his footing, and he just went horizontal quickly.
Here's Skelton, who tries to bunt toward third this time, pounds the bare hand pickup, throws, and it's in time. He looked up to see where Skelton was, had time to get the grip and make the overhand throw. Sacrifice is good. It'll be second and third with 1 out. Probably not surprising that the Bees would bunt after the spill that Williamson took on the previous one. They do it again right away. And here's Mike Kraus, who singled and scored in the first. First pitch is on the inside corner, a called strike. 1-0 New Britain, and threatening to take early control in this one. The pitch is off the plate away. A big spot early in this game. And only one inning, but Simon looked particularly sharp in the first. The 1-1, that's down and in. Kraus at 154 with men in scoring position. Bees at 234. 2-1, and it's in the dirt. Tejeda blocks that. As a team, they had been hitting .218 about a week and a half ago. Now they're up to .252, still last in the league, but what a climb. They're no longer last in runs. They've caught Long Island. A 3-1 pitch and a drive to left field, deep toward the big wall and off the top half of it. 2 runs will score. Constanza's throw to second is late. Kraus loses his helmet as he dives in. A 2-run double high off the nemesis, just left of the Wellspan Health sign. And New Britain with a 3-0 lead here in the top of the second. Kraus 2 for 2 to begin his night.
Well, tough to pinpoint it, but Williamson doesn't look all that sharp here in the early going. I don't know if he's leaving the ball up. You mentioned that he doesn't quite have the velocity that he'd like to get back to, but perhaps tonight not quite the movement either.
Here's Rosa, and Kraus breaks for third. Pitches a strike, and Tejeda throws him out, trying to steal third base. And Tejeda guns it down to Pounds, who puts on the tag on the head-first slide. He's got 10 steals, now caught for just the third time. And with Rosa at bat and the way they're swinging it, I don't know how thrilled Stan Clyburn was with that. The 0-1, and it missed inside. Rosa, an RBI single in the first. It's 3-0, but perhaps that could give Williamson a lift. He fires and jams Rosa. Ground ball off the thumbs to short. Franco with it, throws it across, and that'll end the inning. But New Britain scores twice more, 3 hits in the frame, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the second. The Bees with the early 3-0 lead.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local and national sports. The Big Sports Talker also has you covered with news throughout the day. Catch statewide updates on news and sports from Radio PA. Stock reports with Your Money Now, mornings and afternoons. And national news updates every hour from Westwood One. Stay up to date while getting your sports fix all day. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Your teams all the time. Our only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
trail 3-0 as they come to bat here in the home second. Michael Burgess will start it. He DHs tonight. Simon's first pitch of the inning is over for strike one at 90. Flag really whipping right to left right now. Burgess last night homered to right in the second inning, his fourth of the year. And the 0-1, fastball in tight. He's hitting at 270, 16 ribbies. Simon 3 groundouts in the first inning. 1-1, and that missed inside.
And interesting, the Bees defense in the outfield at least looks to be playing Burgess the opposite way, but they're pitching him still down and in.
The 2-1, and a fastball at the knees, a called strike. That one a little more in than Skelton wanted, but evening things up. Simon a 12-pitch first inning. Now fires, and a swing and a miss. Fastball right through, and a strikeout to begin the second. We'll pause for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
One down, here is Angel Franco, and he looks at a fastball just outside. Franco in at shortstop tonight. It's been since early in the year that we've seen him there. It's the 1-0, and that misses down. Franco at 302 with a home run, 10 ribbies. Pitch is a fastball called strike, 2-1. Simon last year 8-6 with a 2.77 ERA in 20 starts, and a changeup away missed. Led the league in ERA, started the All-Star game for the Liberty division. 3-1, and a ground ball right side at first. It handcuffs Griffin, ricochets to Kajimoto, who throws to first and in time with Simon on the cover. 3-4-1 on the out, and there's 2 away. Ball ate up Griffin, but Kajimoto backing up is there to handle it. Now with 2 down, Travis Witherspoon to the plate. Witherspoon hitting .255, a home run. And he watches the first pitch over for a strike. Simon, 26 years old. 3rd year in the Atlantic League. He deals. And a ground ball left side, and that's going to get through. First hit of the night for the Revs, and Travis Witherspoon, who's been hot, has a 2-out single to keep the inning going.
All right, fans, let's keep it going now, fans. Revolution, your third baseman, number 14, Ryan Pounds.
Ryan Pounds to the plate. Pounds at 211 with 3 home runs. Simon was with Lancaster as a reliever 2 years ago. First pitch to Pounds, he watches a fastball strike. 3-0 the Bees in front here early. Ball ate up Griffin. They have 6 hits. The Revs now with their first of the night. Now the 0-1, and a fastball, little low. Simon, originally a 4th-round pick of the Orioles in 2011 out of the University of Arizona. He's traded to the Phillies in a deal for Jim Thome as a throw to first sends Witherspoon diving back. It was July of 2012. Sent over with another minor leaguer. Later taken by the Rockies in the minor league phase of the Rule 5 draft, but released in January of 15. Another throw to first. Witherspoon diving in. He was then dinged for a second positive test, unfortunately. Later that year joined Lancaster. There's a fastball called strike. Outer edge at the knees. It's 1-2. Simon from Long Beach. Also played water polo in high school. Class president, in fact. Witherspoon runs, pitches low, and Skelton the throw. It'll bounce, and Witherspoon's in there. Kanjimoto trying to handle it on the bounce and then get on a tag from behind, but Witherspoon in with the head first slide. The Revs had a season-high 3 steals last night. That is Witherspoon's 5th of the year, and when they trail, less likely to get that running game going, but he takes one here, the 2-2, and it missed inside. Appeal to first, and Pounds held. Starting to turn, but keeping the hands up above his shoulder. 3-2. And if he keeps the inning going, Alexi Casilla would be next here in his debut tonight. Simon to the belt, the 3-2, and he missed down and away. So Pounds a walk, and the Revs with something going here with 2 outs. And that'll bring Casilla to the plate. His signing announced today. Took BP yesterday once he arrived. Got his physical last night. 32-year-old, 14th year pro, 9 of those in the majors with the Twins and the Orioles. Switch hitter bats left. First pitch is up and outside. He started but stopped. Early in his career, after signing with the Angels, he was traded to the Twins for J.C. Romero, who was actually in this league with Long Island last year. 1-0, and it missed outside. Though Casilla with a hitter's count, facing one of his former managers. Clyburn was in the Twins system for many years. And Alexi once played at New Britain at Double-A with the Rockcats coming up. 2-0, and that's a little high. So he watches 3 straight that miss. One of his big moments with the Twins, a walk-off hit in an AL Central tiebreaker game in 2009, part of a playoff team. 3-0, and that's across for a strike. He was last in the majors with the Orioles in 2014. On the 3-1. And a big swing, a foul tip into the glove. Didn't get cheated on that cut. It'll be a full count, and both runners will be on the go. Casilla only 5'9", and he's been a middle infielder throughout his career, a little bit of third base as well. Now they'll shift him the other way in the outfield. Pitch is swung on and missed. So a fastball strikes him out, and the Revs will leave 2 men on in the second inning. No runs on 1 hit, 1 walk as well. We go to the third. It's a 3-0 New Britain lead.
Take it from me, guys. You want to make life happier? Your wife wants a nicer lawn. The kind of lawn you see on Home and Gardens and Martha Stewart. Here's a hint. You're not alone. Call your pals at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. They've got a way with lush lawns that the ladies like. And as you know, happy wifey, happy hubby. Winky face. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. World-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
Come on, Colin Cowherd.
Steph Curry won a unanimous MVP. And I do feel there's an anti-LeBron movement to some degree. And who votes on the MVP? Sports writers. Often 5'8", 5'7", 5'9". They're small like Steph Curry. They relate to Steph. They don't like LeBron. LeBron's big and powerful.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
I'm blowing anything up. We're starting weekdays at 3 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Can you sit up, little guy? There you go. What a big boy. Whoa. Every time he grabs my maple donut, it pulls him over to one side. But he keeps on grabbing at it. Whoop, there he goes again. Wait, let's see how this works. Here you go, little dude. Here's another maple donut. Can you grab it? Well, there you have it, folks. Charlie's right. A balanced baby needs a maple donut in each hand.
Maple Donuts taste right.
York Sports on your mobile device or online at WOYK1350.com.
Head to the third, 3-0. New Britain with the lead. Logan Williamson trying to get on track here tonight. A run on 3 hits in the first, 2 runs on 3 hits in the second. Craig Maddox will lead it off. Maddox a double in the first inning. But it could have been worse. Williamson the pitch, and he broke his bat, chips it on the ground to short. Up on it, Franco throws on the run and got him by a step at first base. And a 1-pitch out, huge for Williamson, who came in at 47 through 2. I was going to say that first inning could have been worse. Maddox's double made it second and third with only 1 out, and Williamson did escape further damage. Well, that is his 7th ground out of 7. Here's Bierfeld, who grounded to third in the first inning. First pitch, breaking ball, and doesn't get the call. Dealing that one up there at 69. There's the 1-0. And back with a strike. 2-seamer on the outer half. One, and a change up away. Mentioned Bierfeld being a local guy to Connecticut. There's the 2-1, and that missed down and in. He hit 20 home runs in the Orioles system last year at high A and double A. The 3-1, and he broke his bat. And this one, much more difficult than the first. Had to go way to his left up the middle, and against his body make that toss on the run and got him at first.
Yeah, he ended up in shallow right field after that play, passing Casilla on the way, and like you said, throwing with his body.
1-0, and a change up down and away. Here's the 2-1 from the K-man tonight, down and in. Here's the 2-0, and he slices a liner to right, and Robinson will have to back up to cut it off, going toward the line. It's a 2-out single for Griffin, who goes the other way. And he's got 3 hits in this series now, all to right field. And he had been struggling a little bit, but maybe going oppo for the big man has been the key.
Well, good piece of hitting on that one. Kept the hands inside, got jammed a little bit, but able to go the opposite way, just kind of inside-outing it to right.
Here's Kajimoto. Fastball missed away. Now Williamson will not have his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. Trying to limit it to just that. He got Kaji on a ground out in the first. 1-0, and a changeup outside. Bees up 3-0 here in the third. And a move to first, Griffin back standing. 20 home runs in the Orioles system. Rebs really want to get these last 2 and get a split. The 2-0. Line drive, broken bat into shallow left, another hit. And Constanza will glove and toss back. That bat shattered. The bulk of it ends up in front of Brian Pounds at third, while the ball sailed into shallow left, and a couple of splinters on the infield grass as well. First and second, and with the inning continuing, Fletch will make a visit.
Well, Darryl, you've put together many media guys over the years with lots of different intricate statistics. Do you have one for broken bats in an inning? Because that's 3 already.
No, I can't say that I do, but that's got to be up there. The third one, a bad result. The first 2 were weak ground ball outs. Take a look at our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report tonight. Some bats. Also, Chris Cody on the mend with the elbow. Did throw off the mound a little bit earlier today. Alonzo Harris rehabbing that oblique injury as well. He's really chomping at the bit. But knows that he has to be smart about it. He can't wait to get back. Wants to provide a spark. We know he can do that. Here's Jamar Walton, and he swings and misses after the visit. First pitch strike. Walton is single to right, leading off last inning and scored. It was early trouble last inning. Here in the third, Williamson getting the first 2 outs, but now some 2-out trouble. There's the 0-1, and a line drive, right center. Robinson coming. Oh, he runs it down. He started in a step too soon, but able to adjust course and run it down in right center. It stayed up for him, and it's the first goose egg of the night for Logan Williamson. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. But we go to the bottom of the third. The Revs trail the Bees 3-0.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great BestJet products from your neighborhood SureSave markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party planners with $18.93 deli items. BestJet hot dogs go great with BestJet kettle cooked chips. Or serve up a couple BestJet Rising Crust pizzas with 12 packs of BestJet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with BestJet products. Shop Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
At Life Path Christian Ministries, members of our community come to us in need of support systems. We serve the single mother with 3 kids who needs a place to stabilize, the teenager whose mom and dad are working 2 jobs and are not home at night, the young man who never found the right family to love and care for him as he was passed through the foster care system, the Iraq War veteran who was dishonorably discharged and still struggles to break free from alcohol. Although each of these situations is different, the common thread that runs within them is the unmet need. Through love and understanding, and with the support of people like you, Life Path Christian Ministries is able to meet those needs every day. For more information on how you too can make an impact, visit online at lifepathyork.org or give us a call at 717-845-7662. Again, that's 845-7662.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
This is Hall of Fame third baseman Brooks Robinson. You're listening to York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Big props to former Revs athletic trainer Bob Burton, who brings Mountain Dew to the booth. He knows what's good for you. Here's Derek Robinson, who takes the first pitch strike. Revs down 3-0 here in the third. Robinson running down that play to end the top half, and he kicks the back foot out of harm's way on a ball that squirts to the backstop, 1-1. Robinson's picked it up, hitting .254. 1-1. And he lines it the other way, base hit to left. Carrillo went flying parallel to the ground like Superman, but had no chance, and Robinson a single the other way to start the inning.
I mean, you have to admire the effort, but that ball was a good 10 feet out of his reach.
It looked good. Better effort than I put forth on any of the aerobie throws today, that's for sure. Just trying to survive to see another toss. That's my strategy. Here's Constanza at the top of the order. And he swings and fouls one off down the left field side. Ground out to short his first time up. Did you enjoy your sesh this afternoon?
It was fun. You, me, Chris Cody, and a new disc out there.
That's right. The most astonishing flying ring. Constanza shows bunt. Simon misses high and away. Had to break the new one in. Simon ready, he deals, and a swing and a miss. Fastball down. For the most part, he's been right around the knees all night. Very good command early on. Did have one walk last inning, but early on seems to be on his game. Fires and a check swing, and Constanza went. Sinking fastball down and away. He started and unable to stop. 1 out in the inning. And the third strikeout of the night for Simon. Now here's Ryan Dent. He grounded out to second his first time. 2 Long Beach natives squaring off here. First pitch is outside. Dent, who enjoys surfing, that's how he spends a lot of his off season. He also helps train youth players at a facility in Long Beach. Pitch to him is over for a strike, 1-1. Last year inducted into his high school's Hall of Fame, Wilson High School in Southern Cal. First round pick out of there. There's a fastball and a called strike on the outside corner, 1-2. Simon jumps in front. The stretch and the pitch. And look out, foul to the right of the net and back into the stands, but appears that everyone's all right. Those Southern Cal guys, Dent likes to surf. We mentioned Simon played water polo in high school. Also has played some beach volleyball. And he'd be good at that, 6'6". He fires, and this one lined the other way, but foul. Off the front of the bullpen balcony and right. Dent continues to make solid contact, though, and to all fields. He's got to straighten those out. Robinson the lead. Pitch is fouled off, first base side. Robinson the leadoff single held by Griffin at first. Another 1-2, and a rip at third and past the dive of Rosa. This one down the left field line. Robinson around second, heading to third, and Dent will cruise into second with a double. Out there clapping his hands at second base. The Revs with second and third and 1 out. And Dent now 3 for his last 5 with a couple of doubles here the last 2 nights.
Like you said, hitting it hard to all fields. He lined it foul down the right field line. That one just inside the bag at third. And last night we saw him with power to both gaps. So really good to see the power to all fields. That's how you know he's locked in.
And now here's Tejeda trying to get the Revs on the board. Grounded back to Simon his first time. First pitch is over for a strike, a fastball. The Revs with their third hit. Here's the stretch. And the 0-1. Swing and a tapper off the plate. Here comes Robinson. He's going to score. Simon, the bare hand pickup. Throw to first just in time. And Griffin got stepped on. And hopefully Tejeda's all right. Mace, though, not convinced on the call from David Shirk, and he comes walking out to first base. Griffin got spiked, and he'll be checked on by their trainer. The Revs are on the board. It's a ribby for Tejeda on the ground out. A 3-1 game. And the throw beat him, but I think Mace thought Griffin came off on the stretch.
Alonzo Harris over there coaching first flashed the safe sign, so I don't know if he saw something. I didn't initially, but perhaps that a bit of encouragement for Mace to come out and try to make a case.
Well, Robinson gets around to score after the leadoff hit. RBI number 21 for Tejeda. And Den at third, 2 outs for Burgess. He swings at, grounded one off his foot. Called foul at the plate. As that bounced down to first base. Bill Reuter on top of it, making the call. I don't think Skelton and the Bees are sold, but it was actually foul off his foot. Burgess showing Skelton where it was. Those two former teammates at Somerset a couple of years ago. Championship team that they had. One of their 6. There's the stretch from Simon, 0-1. And a line drive base hit to right. In to score is Dent, and it's a 3-2 game. Michael Burgess scalds one into right field. And an RBI single. The Revs back with 2 on the board here in the bottom of the third. Drives in his 17th. That patented Michael Burgess bat flip when he makes good contact. Love it. Here's Angel Franco. He swings and lines a base hit to right. Over toward the line. Burgess around second. And he will head to third on it. Walton cuts it off. So only a single for Franco, but he jumps on the first pitch and yanks it to right. First and third for Travis Witherspoon. And the Revs with 4 hits in the inning, and pitching coach Sean Gilblair coming out for a visit.
So what happens when he's pitching?
I don't know yet. As he is their player pitching coach. I don't know if he calls time and talks to himself.
It's one way to avoid being charged a visit.
Only get 3. It's Witherspoon who singled to left and stole second last inning. And the Revs within a run, 3-2. First and third for Spoon. First pitch is on the outside corner and a strike called. Couple of 2-out hits here this inning. 1 to drive in a run, 1 to set up this chance. The 0-1, and it's down and away. Just above the dirt where Skelton caught it. A stretch from Simon, the 1-1, and that's down and away again. Good response from the Revs, who, man, the way things go on when you get down early, it could be easy to hang your head, but now 5 hits, 1-1, and a swing and a miss, or 2-1 rather. And a fastball that Witherspoon swings through, 2-2. Trying to get one more home. Pitch, and he got sawed off but stays alive right off the fists. Foul that rolled halfway over to the third base dugout and stopped. Checks his bat handle against the dirt. Lumber still intact.
Let's go footy!
Great. Here's the 2-2. And a line drive base hit right center. Burgess in to score. And the Revs have tied the game at 3-3 here in the bottom of the third inning. Witherspoon 2 for 2. And the Revs with 3 consecutive 2-out hits, 5 hits in the inning. Pitch was down and in, and he stayed short to it. And inside outs it right over Kajimoto. And the Revs have evened things up. Here's Brian Pounds. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Simon Starts him with a slider. He was looking dead red. Pounds a walk his first time. First and second for him. And the 0-1 swing, and he beats a foul. It bounced up and hit him. Came up quickly off himself. I'm not sure if it was the arms that it bounced off, but it's 0-2. By the way, our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contest tonight, Benjamin Crone is our contestant. Good luck. The Revs go yard, you win. Eighth hitter of the inning. Here's the stretch, the 0-2, and a sinker back for a called third strike. 90 at the knees, and Simon with some of his nastiest movement of the night. Looked like it was starting away, and it ran back. It's his fourth strikeout, but the Revs answer with 3 on 5 hits, and 2 men left. We go to the fourth. Matt Present with the play-by-play. It's a 3-3 game.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Coatman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance. Hey Revs fans, now's your chance to win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy. This season, during every home game at Peoples Bank Park, it's the all-new Shipley Energy Grand Slam inning. Each game, 1 inning will be designated, and 1 name will be selected as the contestant. If the Revs hit a Grand Slam that inning, you could win $5,000. To enter, stop by Fan Services and fill out your form, or enter via the York Revolution app or YorkRevolution.com. Sign up today and win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy this season.
What's more exhilarating than playing $100,000 Club with top prizes of $100,000? Winning. On the spot. Yeah! So if you can't wait to win, then don't wait to play $100,000 Club, the new scratch-off from the Pennsylvania Lottery, for a chance to win up to $100,000 on the spot. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Keep on scratching. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
A 3-run third for the Revs, and we're tied at 3 here. Top of the fourth we go, and the first pitch from Williamson. Strike 1 to Steve Carrillo. There'll be Carrillo and then Skelton and then Kraus, 9-1-2. Williamson kicks and deals, and this is an off-speed delivery over the outside corner for a strike. It's quickly 0-2. Williamson looking to settle in here in the middle innings. 8 hits through the first 3. And the 2-strike pitch to Carrillo. Breaking ball in the dirt. He lays off. It's 1-2. Well, the Bees have been red hot at the plate of late. 62 hits in their last 5 games. 29 in their first 2 against the Revs. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Williamson gets Carrillo on the breaking ball over the outside edge. First strikeout of the evening for Logan Williamson, and out number 1 in the 4th.
Children's Miracle Network will make a donation for every strikeout in tonight's game to the SECU, making a difference. Now batting the catcher number 3, James Skelton.
Skelton digs in now, top of the order. And the first pitch from Williamson, a fastball right there, strike 1. Skelton the ground out to third, his first time up. A sacrifice bunt his second time through, and the pitch on the way, a breaking ball below the knees, ball 1. Skelton 1 for 3, a couple of walks last night. The pitch on the way, and that's lined foul down the right field line. Skelton out in front of that, good contact, but a little early on the delivery from Logan Williamson. Williamson this year has opponents batting .241 against him. The 1-2 pitch on the way, just off the outside edge. Tejeda held it there for an extra beat, but does not get the call from Bill Reuter. Interestingly, lefties are hitting better against Williamson than righties. The 2-2 fought foul first base side. Left-handed hitters hitting .333 against Williamson this year, with righties hitting .221. 2 balls and 2 strikes to James Skelton, the Bees catcher, and the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball blew it by him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Logan Williamson.
And that's another strikeout brought to you by PSECU.
Revs Baseball tonight brought to you by the Pretzel Twist, your neighborhood Sure Save Markets, Turkey Hill Minute Marts, at Line Foods, and D's Nuts. Mike Krause has 2 hits as he digs in, and the first pitch fouled off the mask of Tejeda. And Bill Reuter will walk the baseball back to the mound and give Tejeda a minute to shake that one off. That was a direct hit off the bat of Krause, who drove home a 2-run single his last time up, but may have bailed the Revs out of the inning a little bit, getting caught stealing, trying to go second to third. The 0-1 pitch from Williamson just missed inside, looked pretty good, but he doesn't get the call on the fastball. It's 1-1. Lefty against righty here as Williamson deals, and that one's in there for a strike. Dropped in a changeup, and he gets ahead 1-2. Williamson working quickly, the 1-2 breaking ball, lifted in the air, straight away to right field. Going back is Robinson. He has a play, and shy of the warning track, puts it away to retire the side. Robinson will lob that one up on the hill, makes a fan happy, and we head to the bottom of the 4th, tied at 3 on 1350 WOYK.
Need material handling equipment for your company's busy season? Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers a full line of rental equipment to keep you operating at maximum efficiency. Forklifts from 3,000 to 15,000 pound capacity, narrow aisle reach trucks and order pickers, electric pallet jacks, scissor lifts, and forklift clamp attachments. Daily, weekly, and monthly terms available. Call today at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438. And check us out online at MidAtlanticIndustrial.com.
At Life Path Christian Ministries, members of our community come to us in need of support systems. We serve the single mother with 3 kids who needs a place to stabilize, the teenager whose mom and dad are working 2 jobs and are not home at night, the young man who never found the right family to love and care for him as he was passed through the foster care system, the Iraq War veteran who was dishonorably discharged and still struggles to break free from alcohol. Although each of these situations is different, the common thread that runs within them is the unmet need. Through love and understanding, and with the support of people like you, Life Path Christian Ministries is able to meet those needs every day. For more information on how you too can make an impact, visit online at lifepathyork.org or give us a call at 717-845-7662. Again, that's 845-7662.
Follow York Sports on your Android. Search Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
The newest Rev, Alexi Casilla, stepped to lead off the home half of the 4th. Switch hitter arrived yesterday, made it official here today. In there for the 2nd time against Kyle Simon. 3-3 our score in the first pitch from Simon. Line back up the middle, base hit center field. Alexi Casilla, welcome to York. A big turnaround first, and he'll stay right there. 1 pitch, and he's aboard to start the 4th.
Now batting for the Revolution, your right fielder.
Well, when Alexi arrived here yesterday, he didn't really know anyone on the York side of things, but he went over and gave Stan Clyburn a big hug Two of them were together in Rochester when Clyburn coached Casilla in AAA as he was making his way through the twin system as Derek Robinson digs in. First pitch to Robinson, a fastball outside, ball one. Casilla played about 150 games under Clyburn from 2007 through 2009. So he was back and forth between AAA and the bigs with Minnesota. Throw to first and Casilla back in standing. And I went down this morning and asked Clyburn what memories he may have of Alexi as a player. And the pitch on the way. That one slapped to the left side, base hit left field. Casilla will hold up at second base, back-to-back singles for the Revs to start the fourth. So back to Casilla. Clyburn told me that, in fact, one of his favorite stories all time involved Alexi Casilla. So this was back when Casilla first came to Rochester back in 2007. Casilla, of course, a switch hitter, but more powerful from the left side. In fact, had yet to hit a home run right-handed. The pitch to Constanza, he shows bunt, pulls back, and takes ball one. Rochester was struggling, and Clyburn felt the need to give the team a bit of a pep talk before their game. Constanza up with 2 men on. Again, he shows bunt, and he gets it down third base side. Rosa charging. He'll barehand pick up the throw to first in time to get Constanza hustling down the line for out number one, but the sacrifice successful. Casilla up to third and Robinson to second with one away.
Now batting for the Revolution, your first baseman, number 17, Ryan Dent.
So Rochester was struggling, and they were set to face Kai Igawa, who'd been brought over into the Yankee system. They were going to face him at AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre. And Igawa was the Yankees' answer to the Red Sox signing Daisuke Matsuzaka. Big name, high expectations. Right side of the infield in for Dent in the first pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike one. So Clyburn finds the need to give his whole team a pep talk, and Casilla had only been in pro baseball in the United States for a couple of years, didn't really speak a whole lot of English at the time. The 0-1 to Dent, and he takes a ball just down and in. 1-1 the count, and Clyburn, a guy who loves his history, he was telling me all sorts of Civil War tales and stuff like that, and so he drew some war analogies into his motivational speech as Dent takes outside, and he told me he figured at the time that Casilla really had no idea what he was saying. Once again, Casilla would go up as a right-handed batter against Igawa, and on the very first pitch of the game, the 2-1 to Dent, and he takes a strike on the outside edge, 2-2. Casilla would hit his first professional right-handed home run against Igawa, the guy that was brought in and signed to a $26 million contract and supposed to be this huge name. No big deal. First righty home run. The 2-2 pitch to Dent outside, ball 3, and the count runs full. Alexi on third. Derek Robinson at second with one away. Ryan Dent the hitter. It's a full count. Again, the right side of the infield in for the Bees. Rosa at third as well. The pitch on the way. Outside, ball 4, and the Revs have loaded the bases. So Casilla on the first pitch of that game, his first at bat. First pitch blasts a home run off Kai Igawa and is rounding the bases and goes to give Clyburn a handshake rounding third and goes, I remember those war stories. I remember those war stories. And all this time, Clyburn thought he had no idea of the stories that were being told to him because of the language barrier. And then sure enough, when the two reunited here yesterday, it's the first thing Alexi said to him is, I remember those stories. What a way to get his career started in Rochester. Isaias up with the bases full. Pitch on the way. Fastball for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. One away here, tied at 3 in the home half of the fourth. Tejeda yesterday with the sacks full. Blasted one out to left center field. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Ground ball to short. Up with it, Carrillo. He'll go to second run. Kajimoto's throw to first in time. Double play. And the Bees get out of the inning. The Revs load the bases, but a twin killing makes it such that they do not get a run home in the inning, and we remain tied at 3 after 4 on 1350 WOYK.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com. Call 855-4SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
The puck drops here.
He shoots and scores!
Sports Radio 1350, your home for Hershey Bears hockey.
Brisket Thomas, a highlight reel move!
And the Washington Capitals.
Rebound score!
Defending the Den and rocking the red all season. Catch the Bears and the Caps on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Dream big for less with a first mortgage or home equity loan from First Capital Federal Credit Union. Our competitive rates and terms make it so easy to purchase a new home or refinance your existing home. Either way, we've got you covered. Plus, our home equity loans with rates as low as 3.99% APR for 120 months give you the spending power you need for remodeling, education, you name it. For more information, visit us online at firstcapitalfcu.com. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Revs load the bases in the fourth, but cannot get a run home. We remain tied at 3. Top of the fifth, Logan Williamson back to work. He'll face Rosa, Maddox, and Bierfeld here, 3, 4, and 5 in the Bees order. First pitch on the way to Rosa. Off-speed delivery over the outside corner for strike one. 3 up and 3 down last inning for Williamson. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Grounded foul off the facing of the Bees third base side dugout, 0-2. Williamson, a couple strikeouts last inning. Pitch to Rosa on 0-2. It's a breaking ball in the dirt. 1-2 the count. Last season with the Bees, Rosa a .283 average, 13 home runs, and 59 RBIs. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt again. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rosa drafted by both Chicago teams. Originally by the White Sox, did not sign. Pitch on the way, lined foul. Bouncing over the Bees' third base side bullpen. Went to Florida Gateway College and then did sign with the North Siders, the Cubs, in 06. Spent 4 years in the Cubs system. 2-2, Williamson home. And the pitch down and in, ball 3. So from 0-2 to 3-2, Rosa's worked it full. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Williamson got Rosa to chase, down and away. Third strikeout of the evening for Logan Williamson. And 5 straight retired for the left-hander.
For the Bees, the designated hitter number 24, Craig Maddox.
1 away for Craig Maddox. And the first pitch, fastball in there for strike 1. Maddox extended his hitting streak to 8 consecutive games with the first inning double. Pitch on the way, swung and a missed, a weak cut. Went down to a knee and came up empty. Williamson working quickly. Fastball and then curveball to get ahead. The 0-2 to Maddox. Weak ground ball. He broke his bat over to second base. Casilla waits back on it. Sidearms it to Dennett first. 2 up and 2 down. 6 in a row. Set down by Williamson. Well, we talked about Casilla at the plate. I was saying to Darryl off the air that it's really fun to watch him in the field pre-pitch. He gets so low in his crouch as he creeps in, as Williamson kicks his leg. 2 away for Connor Bierfeld, who's 0 for 2. A ground out to third, and 1 to second as well. Time called as Williamson starts his delivery. He fakes a submarine pitch, keeps the ball in his glove. Having a little fun out there. He seems locked in the middle innings. Pitch to Bierfeld. Breaking ball stays low, ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball for a called strike, outside corner, maybe even a hair off the plate, but Williamson gets the call there. Count even at a ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch on the way, down and in with the fastball. 2-1. 2 outs, top of the 5th. We're tied at 3, each team with 8 hits. Williamson kicks and deals. Fastball just missed outside. Close pitch, very similar to the one he did get the call on earlier in the at-bat. This time, not the case. So 3-1, hitter's count. The delivery on the way, lifted in the air, deep left field, going back Constanza, looking up, it's off the top of the wall. Holding up at first is Bierfeld as Constanza gets it back into second base. We've seen that a couple times today. Rosa holding up at first on his first inning single off the arch nemesis, and here Bierfeld never really made an attempt towards second base as it went high off the wall, 300 feet down the left field line. Joe Van Meter beginning to loosen in the Revs' first base side bullpen as Jonathan Griffin comes to the plate. Williamson sets, checks first, and comes home. And Griffin watches a fastball high. Williamson, an all-star in 2015 with the Revs. 9-12 record, 4.20 ERA as he tosses to first, and back in safely is Connor Bierfeld. 2 years ago, the last time he pitched with York after taking a year off in 2016. The 1-0 pitch on the way, breaking ball cued right side of the infield. Casilla charges in, plays the hop in onto Dennett first to retire the side. That one weakly hit, but Casilla, aware of the speed of Griffin coming down the line, took his time. And it's a inning where Williamson faces 4, and the single high off the wall from Bierfeld does not hurt. They head to the home half of the 5th. 3-3 our score on the Revs Baseball Network.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates. For 5 years, and remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Hey Revs fans, get points for great rewards just by supporting your team through the new Revolution Rewards program. Use the new York Revolution app to receive and earn points for ballpark food, store discounts, stadium tours, and more. Available through the Apple and Google Play stores, the York Revolution app also features team news and exclusive content, contests and promotions for Revolution prizes, online ticket purchases, live game streaming, and more. Download the York Revolution app today. Free stuff by supporting your team? That's Revs time.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Burgess, Franco, Witherspoon here Home half of the fifth, and Burgess' first pitch swing lifts it in the air pretty deep left center field, and that ball is out of here. A first pitch opposite field home run for Michael Burgess. His fifth of the year and second in as many days, and the Revs take the lead 4-3. Yesterday, a line drive shot to right field. This time, opposite field power for Michael Burgess. 2 hits in the ball game, 2 RBIs, and a 4-3 advantage for the home team. Franco digs in and takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Franco 1 for 2. And a pitch on the way. There's a strike. Comes back over to catch the outside edge. The breaking ball there from Kyle Simon. 1-1. Simon works quickly, and the pitch on the way, and Franco bounces it right back to Simon on the mound. He knocks it down, takes his time, picks it up, and delivers a strike to first for out number 1.
Now batting to the Revolution, your center fielder.
So one away from Travis Witherspoon, who already has himself a 2-hit ball game. Witherspoon with a single in the second and then another single in the third. And he has really turned it on at the plate. A .350 average over his last 5 games. First pitch on the way, breaking ball in there at the knees, outside corner, 0-1. A pitcher's pitch there by Kyle Simon, who features a fastball, slider, changeup, and sinker in his repertoire. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Witherspoon shows bunt and bunts it foul straight down at the plate. It'll trickle back just shy of the warning track that wraps around the entire field here at Peoples Bank Park. 0-2 the count to the Revs center fielder. Sun has set, lights starting to take full effect here. The 0-2 pitch with 1 away. Called third strike, outside corner. Witherspoon watched over it, thought he had worked a ball and had laid off a pitcher's pitch, but then Bill Reuter rung him up. The two of them now having a conversation about it. Witherspoon convinced that was off the plate and making his feelings known. It's the 5th strikeout on the evening for Kyle Simon. 2 away now here in the 5th, and that brings up Brian Pounds. First pitch, grounded foul, third base side. Pounds a walk and a strikeout in his 2 plate appearances. Trying to break out of a slump. He's down to 2-11 on the season at the plate. The 0-1 pitch on the way, and he takes a breaking ball down and away. Count even at a ball and a strike. Pounds an open stance from the right side. The 1-1 pitch outside, 2-1 to the Revs' third baseman. While Pounds has struck out a lot, he's also come through in the clutch. 14 RBIs this year. The 2-1 pitch on the way, popped up, foul and out of play, right side. 4-3, Revs on top on the Michael Burgess solo shot to begin the inning. First pitch he saw here in the 5th from Simon. The 2-2 to Pounds. Inside, and he leans back and out of the way. Count full now, 3-2 with 2 away. Kraus in center playing Pounds the opposite way, while the wind blows right to left. Pitch on the way, Pounds broke his bat, flies it out to center field. Kraus charging in, and it's the right fielder Walton diving, and Walton hangs on. He came out of nowhere. That looked like Kraus's ball all the way, and Walton dove right in front of him and picked it off to retire the side. But the Revs take the lead on the Michael Burgess solo shot to the opposite field. It's 4-3 heading to the 6th on the Revs Baseball Network.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
At Life Path Christian Ministries, members of our community come to us in need of support systems. We serve the single mother with 3 kids who needs a place to stabilize, the teenager whose mom and dad are working 2 jobs and are not home at night, the young man who never found the right family to love and care for him as he was passed through the foster care system, the Iraq War veteran who was dishonorably discharged and still struggles to break free from alcohol. Although each of these situations is different, the common thread that runs within them is the unmet need. Through love and understanding, and with the support of people like you, Life Path Christian Ministries is able to meet those needs every day. For more information on how you too can make an impact, visit online at lifepathyork.org or give us a call at 717-845-7662. Again, that's 845-7662.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Joe Van Meter takes over for the Revs in the 6th. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. The final line on Logan Williamson. 5 innings of work, gave up 9 hits, 3 runs all earned, walked 1 and struck out 3. Really settled down his last few innings. 3 up, 3 down in the 4th. 4 up, 3 down in the 5th. Here comes Kajimoto. Switch hitter leading it off for the Bees. 7, 8, 9 in the order. The first pitch on the way from Van Meter, up and away, ball 1.
My apologies, now back to second baseman number 8, Yusuke Kajimoto.
Van Meter 0-1, a 4.77 ERA, making his 12th appearance. The ball 1 delivery on the way. Kajimoto rips it foul towards the Revs bullpen, right field side. Auden Buchanan onto the field to retrieve it. A loud strike, it's 1-1. Van Meter, the modified windup, as he stands facing the third base line, and the pitch up and away, ball 2. Van Meter worked on Monday against the Bees, a scoreless inning where he struck out 1. 3 up and 3 down in that one. Looking to duplicate that here. Van Meter stepped off momentarily, adjusts the cap. Looks in at Tejeda for signs. Pounds even with the bag at third. And the pitch on the way to Kajimoto, swing and a miss. Over the top of the off-speed delivery, 66 on the gun as Van Meter pulled the string. Kajimoto 1 for 2, a single in the third. That batting right-handed against Logan Williamson, now batting left-handed against Van Meter, and he lines it right back up the middle. A diving attempt by Franco at short, but it'll get on through for a hit. Franco playing Kajimoto up the middle, was nearly there in time, but just out of his outstretched glove.
Yeah, sometimes you see that mound give the fielder a chance to get to it, but it's hit a little bit too sharply for Kajimoto, or by Kajimoto.
Sardo. Chase Hutchinson now loosening for the Revs in the right field bullpen as Jamar Walton comes to the plate. First pitch on the way to Walton, fouled off to Tejeda, and back towards the backstop, 0-1. Walton, another guy who's been red hot of late. 4 home runs in his last 5 games. Or rather, 5 home runs in his last 4 games, I should say. Including 3 home runs in a game in the finale against Lancaster. So Walton, over those last 5 games, batting .476 as Tejeda gets checked on by Bill Reuter. They want to make sure he's okay. Took the foul ball off his mask. The second time in as many innings he's had that happen. Kajimoto leads off of first, being held by Dent. 0-1 the count and the pitch on the way. Fouled off left field side and out of the stadium. So 0-2 the count to Jamar Walton. Singled and scored back in the second. Lined out to Robinson in right his last time up. Van Meter sets. Tejeda set up away, and the pitch is rolled over, grounded first base side. Dent will field, flips to the pitcher Van Meter covering. They had a little miscommunication, but at the last minute, Van Meter headed to the bag, Dent to the baseball, and they made it work for out number 1.
Yeah, they had to adjust a couple of times initially. I think one thought he'd be able to get to it, then the other thought he'd be able to get. It was an in-between play with the speed of the ball that was hit, and they did have to change their minds mid-route, but great communication as it unfolded, and Van Meter over to cover, Dent to play the ball.
Dent, not an everyday first baseman, but he certainly played there before, played there down in the Sugar Land series, and now making the start here in game 3 of 4 with the Bees. Carrillo the batter now, the 9th place hitting shortstop, and the pitch on the way. Breaking ball in there, strike 1. Carrillo started his swing, held up, but it was right down the middle. Kajimoto went up to second on the play, so he's in scoring position with 1 down. Carrillo 1 for 2, an infield hit and a run scored. Van Meter checks. Now the pitch, fastball down low. A ball and a strike to count. Carrillo in his 7th professional season, second with New Britain. Was not drafted out of California Baptist University. Began his pro career with Grand Prairie of the American Association and then moved over to the Frontier League before joining the Bees. Pitch on the way, fouled off back to the netting. Last season, a .246 average, 3 home runs, 25 driven in 79 games with New Britain. His average on the season just .232, but over the last 5, it is .571. The 1-2 pitch to Carrillo, swing and a miss, a foul tip into the glove of Tejeda. He squeezes for out number 2, first strikeout of the game for Joe Van Meter.
He's got that 90 back there. He kind of, the outing at Sugar Land, he got hurt with some off-speed stuff, but he's reared back and blasted his fastball right past Carrillo there for the big K.
So now Mark Mason out, he's going to go matchups here with the leadoff hitter Skelton up and Chase Hutchinson, the lefty, up and warming. So Hutchinson, his white spikes comes on. To Maple Donuts pitching change as Van Meter exits and Hutchinson gets loose. We'll step aside. 4-3 Revs on top here in the 6th.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. The puck drops here.
He shoots and scores!
Sports Radio 1350, your home for Hershey Bears hockey.
Oh, Jacob Marana! He wins the race!
Bringing the American Hockey League's most storied franchise to York's first radio station.
Eventually wins it out front. He scores! Chris Bard puts it on goal!
The Bears play here. Hershey Bears hockey on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Runner at second, 2 away here, top of the 6th. It's the top of the order, and James Skelton facing Chase Hutchinson, and time called before his first delivery to the plate. 4-3, the Revs on top thanks to a Michael Burgess home run. And it looks like a balk was just called against Hutchinson. Before his first offering, I'm not sure. I could not see what he did. He's looking over towards first base umpire David Shirk, who must have made the call. And now Mark Mason going to come check with Bill Reuter behind the plate to ask what induced that call.
And the level of patience here will not be very high given what happened with the balk on Sunday. I did not see it myself, but twice in 4 days, and patience probably won't be very high here.
I'm not even sure the ball was in play yet. And maybe that's what they're discussing in part, because Bill Reuter will get together and now send the runner back to second base. The batter called time is what Reuter's saying. He's saying Skelton at the plate called time before the balk was made. And now it's going to be Stan Clyburn to talk to Bill Reuter. And that's what I was saying. I'm not even sure the ball was in play, and I wonder if Skelton called time, Hutchinson stepped off, and first base umpire David Shirk did not realize the time had been called, only saw Hutchinson's move when he broke his hands and stepped away. Clyburn doesn't seem all that upset. Reuter with the explanation in between home plate and third base.
That could very well be it. That seems like a plausible reason for that to happen.
Skelton now getting an explanation from Reuter. So everyone's trying to sort it out, but it was certainly an odd call because Reuter was the one that called time at home plate, and then it appeared that Shirk over at first base was the one that made the balk call because that's the direction that Hutchinson was staring. So Kajimoto back to second base with 2 down. And now Hutchinson's first pitch on the way, a fastball, and that's off the glove of Tejeda to the backstop, and it will not matter. Well, I guess if he were at third, he would have scored, so it saved a run. But the runner gets the third, a pitch later anyway. It's a pass ball on Tejeda, his 9th of the season.
The one bad thing with that whole argument is Hutchinson had to wait quite a while to throw his first pitch. But yeah, could have been a run right there if not for the overturn.
2 down, the 1-0 to Skelton. Fastball downstairs, 2-0 the count. Hutchinson, perhaps the best reliever out of this bullpen the whole year. Certainly has made a case for it. Still a 0.00 ERA. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball line drive, back up the middle, base hit center field. Skelton comes through with the RBI as Kajimoto's into touch, and we're tied at 4. Skelton got that one off the handle and was able to muscle it out to center field. It hit the turf just beyond the infield dirt. And he comes through with a 2-out RBI to tie the score.
Only the third hit that Chase has given up. He went 7 straight appearances without a hit until the weekend at Sugar Land.
Here's Kraus, and the pitch on the way. Fastball for a strike on the outside corner. Hutchinson has given up just 1 unearned run this year. And his 9 straight outings without a run crossing, or the longest on the season for the Revs. Here making his 11th appearance. An 0-1 count to the center fielder. Pitch on the way. Line drive past the reach of the shortstop Franco on into center field. Up with it, Witherspoon. He'll fire it in towards third to keep the runner Skelton out there at second base. Back-to-back singles off Chase Hutchinson here in the 6th.
Now batting the third baseman, number 35, Jovan Rosa.
So 2 on for Jovan Rosa. Still 2 away, a run in. And the score knotted now at 4. Rosa now with a 7-game hitting streak as he singled back in the first. Infield backed up, and the pitch from Hutchinson. Fastball, swing and a miss. 87 with some sink to it, down and in. And Rosa cut over the top. Hutchinson sets, looks back at second, now comes home. And this fastball's in the dirt, blocked down by Tejeda. Rosa last night, 1 for 5, an RBI and a couple of strikeouts, but another guy who's been hot in the last 5, a .429 average in his last 5 games. A 1-1 from Hutchinson. High fly ball, pretty well hit center field. Witherspoon back on it towards the warning track at the wall. He reaches up and he makes the grab. Witherspoon runs it down just in front of the LED board in left center field and keeps the ball game tied at 4. The Bees get a run on an RBI single by James Skelton, and heading to the bottom of the 6th, we're tied at 4 on 1350 WOYK.
To WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey Revs fans, get points or great rewards just by supporting your team through the new Revolution Rewards program. Use the new York Revolution app to receive and earn points for ballpark food, store discounts, stadium tours, and more. Available through the Apple and Google Play stores, the York Revolution app also features team news and exclusive content, contests and promotions for Revolution prizes, online ticket purchases, live game streaming, and more. Download the York Revolution app today. Free stuff by supporting your team? That's Revs time.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
The radio home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 6th here at Peoples Bank Park alongside Darrell Henry. I'm Matt Present. 4-4 our score. And a new pitcher on for the Bees. It's left-hander Brandon Fry. Fry 6'3", 195 pounds from Jacksonville, Florida. And he will face 8, 9, and 1 in the Revs order. Casilla, Robinson, and then Constanza. A couple switch hitters, and then a lefty. So Casilla will turn around and hit from the right side for the first time. 1 for 2 on the evening. Fry leans over at the waist for his sign, dangles the arm, now sets. The first pitch to Casilla. Fastball, called strike on the outside corner. Fry this season, a 0-2 record, a 3.43 ERA, already making his 18th appearance. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Casilla chased it out of the zone, down and away. He's in the hole, 0-2. Fry leads the league with his 18th appearance here tonight. Was already leading at 17. On the 0-2 on the way to Alexi. Bounce back up the middle, over Fry, charging the second baseman, Kajimoto. The glove, the transfer, and he bounces it to first base. Casilla takes a tumble, back of the bag, and he'll stay right there. The catcher, Skelton, backing up. Griffin over to retrieve it as well. And hopefully Alexi's okay. He did a full-on somersault, and I think he is, because him and Alonzo Harris are having a little fun down there. And that will go as a base hit. A tough play for Kajimoto, charging in on the bouncer. And a nice job putting it in play with 2 strikes, and Casilla is aboard for the second time tonight. So here's Derek Robinson. We'll see if anything's on here. Rosa in at third on the grass. Casilla leads off first, being held by Griffin. And Fry will check over to first, I think in large part just to see if Robinson would square, and it was not a good throw, and first baseman Griffin had to reach to his shoe tops to catch it. He'll take the baseball out of play. And Fry will get a new one on the hill. Robinson, a 2-hit game, a single in the third, came around to score, also singled in the fourth. The pitch on the way, he squares around and gets it down in front of the plate. Coming off the mound is Fry, and he makes the play over to first. Sacrifice successful as Casilla moves up to second base with 1 away.
Back to the top of the order for the Revolution with their left fielder, number 13.
Good bunt there by Derek Robinson, deadened it. Got it down in fair territory, and the only play for Fry was at first base. Casilla advancing into scoring position for Jose Constanza at the top of the lineup. Constanza 0 for 2, sacrificed his last time up. A look back, and now the pitch from Fry. Fastball fouled off. And that'll roll back towards the backstop. Fry this season, 15 strikeouts to just 5 walks in 21 innings. Time called by the catcher Skelton, indicated by the home plate ump Bill Reuter. Each team already with double-digit hits here in the 6th. 12 for the Bees, 10 for the Revs. The pitch on the way to Constanza, breaking ball down and away. The Revs took the first game of the season up at New Britain on opening night, then lost the last 2, and now the first 2 here at Peoples Bank Park. The 1-1 to Constanza. Fastball swung on, lifted in the air, foul down the left field line and out of play. Last season against the Bees, the Revs went 14-6. 8-2 here at Peoples Bank Park, 6-4 up at New Britain. Trying to get back into this series here. Game 3 tonight, Game 4 tomorrow. A check of second by Fry. Now the pitch to Constanza. And he bounces it foul over towards Polo at third. It'll trickle all the way down towards the Bees bullpen. So Constanza starting to battle a little bit with Brandon Fry. Final line on Simon. 5 innings of work, 9 hits, 4 runs all earned. And the 1-2 pitch to Constanza just missed outside. Awfully close, tough to take with 2, but he does, and the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 walks for Kyle Simon, 5 strikeouts in 5 innings. Casilla off of second. The 2-2 pitch to Constanza, swing and a miss, strike 3. He reached for it and came up empty out in front, and he's set down for out number 2.
Now batting for the Revolution, your first baseman, number 17.
So that brings up Ryan Dent. And now mound visit. And that might be all as Stan Clyburn's out, and he will take the ball from Brandon Fry. So first Mason going matchups, now Clyburn countering. It's going to be a righty entering, and I believe that's Nate Rowe coming on in place of Brandon Fry. The Maple Donuts pitching change, and while Rowe loosens, we will step aside. 4-4 our score here in the bottom of the sixth on 1350 WOYK.
York Mitsubishi is seeing red. Don't miss the Red Tide sale during the Memorial Day sale. Red Tides make pricing easy because you get the bottom line. Buy a new 2017 Outlander Sport, only $17,995. 2017 Mirage G4s, $12,695. America's best price new car. 2017 Mitsubishi Outlanders, Outlander Sports, Mirages, and Lancers come with available 0% financing to qualified buyers. And all new Mitsubishis come with their 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. York Mitsubishi, Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue, York.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Right-hander Nate Rowe comes on here with 1 on and 2 away in the home half of the sixth. Alexi Casilla led off with an infield single, a 2-strike pitch that he just fisted over the mound, out of the reach of Brandon Fry, and a tough play for Kajimoto, who bounced it to first. Casilla might have beaten it either way, an awfully tough play. He moved up to second on the sacrifice by Derek Robinson, and then Constanza was set down on strikes by Fry. Then Stan Clyburn went back to the bullpen, and he brings in Nate Rowe to face Ryan Dent. Rowe on the season, a 0-1 record, a 1.71 ERA, making his 16th appearance. So Fry and Rowe, the tandem used early and often by Long Island, or I should say New Britain. Dent the batter. See at second, and the first pitch on the way from Rowe, and that's a breaking ball down and away. Dent a double and a run scored in the third. And as we've talked about the last couple nights, really driving the ball a lot better. Hitting to all fields. Count in his favor, 1-0. Rowe checks the runner and now comes home, and Dent lays off a high fastball. 2-0 the count. Rowe last worked against the Bees yesterday, or for the Bees yesterday against the Revs. And deals 2-0, goes to the breaking ball and finds a strike on the inside corner. Dent not looking for that one, lays off. Rowe yesterday, a clean inning, gave up a hit, also had a strikeout. Dent looking to give the Revs the lead, pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Chased a breaking ball that swept away from the strike zone, moving towards that first base side batter's box. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the sixth, tied at 4. Casilla off a second. A check from Rowe, now the pitch. Dent back off the mound. It hits the glove of Rowe. Carrillo, the shortstop, up with it onto first just in time. A great play by Steve Carrillo, the bare hand field and throw after a line drive right off the glove of Nate Rowe on the hill. And the Bees keep it tied at 4. We head to the 7th. Darrell Henry will take you home on 1350 WOYK.
handling equipment and services. Along with a full line of Unicarriers and Komatsu forklifts, you'll find Genie aerial lifts, IPC Eagle floor scrubbers, and Penalift loading dock equipment. Mid-Atlantic can provide rentals, pre-owned equipment, service, and replacement parts for most makes. When you need the best for your business, call Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438 or online at midatlanticindustrial.com.
Can't get enough of the birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local and national sports. The Big Sports Talker also has you covered with news throughout the day. Catch statewide updates on news and sports from Radio PA. Stock reports with Your Money Now, mornings and afternoons. And national news updates every hour from Westwood One. Stay up to date while getting your sports fix all day. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Well, Ryan Dent could not have hit that ball much harder. Nate Rowe, fortunate that he was able to walk off and hit his glove. But it keeps the game tied. The Revs with the game at Sugarland on Sunday, when Brian Pounds was denied of a couple of RBIs, Jake Hale made a kick save and saved 2 runs, and this one denies another one. Craig Maddox leading off the 7th, Chase Hutchinson missing down and in. And he will stay on after getting the final out of the 6th inning, but an inherited run scoring. Couple of singles greeted him. There's the 1-0 to Maddox, and a breaking ball hovered a little high. Maddox 1 for 3 with a double tonight, which was back in the 1st inning. 4-4 game. Now the 2-0 and a fastball. It's a called strike. A lot of hits tonight. The Bees with 12, the Revs with 10. The 2-1 and a swing and a miss. Got him to reach. New Britain had a 3-0 lead until the Revs rallied for 3 in the 3rd, took a brief lead on the Burgess homer in the 5th. 2-2, and a breaking ball, swing and a miss. The Hutchinson with the slider strikes out Maddox swinging, and 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Second straight night that the Revs have taken a brief lead on a 5th inning home run, only to have New Britain answer in the 6th. Here's Connor Bierfeld, who's 1 for 3, singled high off the arch nemesis back in the 5th. First pitch misses high and away. Logan Williamson, a no decision tonight, 5 innings, 3 runs. There's the 1-0, and it's a called strike, change up on the outside corner. Now Hutchinson, it only allowed 2 hits coming in, greeted with 2, but then it dodged any further trouble. Witherspoon ran down Rose's drive, the 1-1, and it bounces. Did he go? The plate on Bill Reuter said he did without an appeal. And Hutchinson, I believe, will end up ahead here, 1-2. I thought Bill signaled that he did go on it. And he did. Slider in the dirt. Got him to go around slightly. Hutchinson ahead in the count, and the 1-2 pitch. Fastball missed upstairs at 90. Almost nightfall here at Peoples Bank Park. There's the 2-2, and that missed down and in. A slider by the back foot. That'll be a full count. And Hutchinson the pitch, down and in. Now he's ahead 1-2 and lost him to the walk. A 1-out base runner. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Image 360, Ice Cream, Highmark, Isaacs, Sheets, Ace Distributing, and Stanball Plumbing and Heating. Here's John Griffin, who's 1 for 2, a single and a walk tonight. Looks like the Revs will get Jarrett Martin up in the pen, and time asked for, and Fletch will make a visit here. And while he does, we'll take a look at our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard tonight. We're tied at 4 in this one. Lancaster trails in Southern Maryland 2-0 in the 6th. Long Island and Bridgeport splitting a doubleheader during the daytime today at Harbor Yard. A couple of 7-inning games. Bridgeport winning the opener 2-0. Long Island 7-5 winners in the second game. Fletch confirms that is only the Revs' first visit. Or is that the second one? So he was saying they have one left. That is the second one tonight. 4-4 game. Bierfeld the lead from first with 1 out. Hutchinson to face Griffin. And a swing and a miss. First pitch fastball at 91 as Griffin swings through. Oh-1, and it breaks down and in. The slider. Fastball slider change from Hutchinson. Now ready, and the 1-1. That's down and in. That was his 22nd pitch. A lot of times relievers get up over that 25 pitch mark or so. That's a little longer than you want them out there, so Martin getting ready to come in next. Now Hutchinson the stretch. The 2-1 and a bouncer foul, first base side.
All right, fans, that's 2 strikes.
Down under one of the seats in the Revs bullpen. A 2-2. Take a double play over the strikeout here. Pitch, and it missed outside, a full count. Tried to ramp up on that fastball and didn't quite finish it. Bierfeld at first. Not known as a guy that would run. Griffin, a guy that does strike out a lot. Doubtful that they'd put anything on here with a full count. It's a short lead. And the payoff pitch, swinging a ground ball, second base. Casilla juggles, picks up, shovels. Franco to turn. Oh, safe the call at first. It looked like they recovered and still got him, but safe is the call at first base, and the inning continues. At first look, I thought they had him, but the Revs dugout didn't lose their lid on it, so maybe not. Casilla had to go a half step back to his left, and as a result knocked it down initially rather than getting it off on first try, but they still nearly turned it. A fielder's choice, Kajimoto stands in with 2 outs. First pitch, fastball, it's right there for a strike at 92 from Hutchinson. Walton on deck. Looked like the signal was that Martin would have the next hitter. Here's the 0-1, and it's down and away, a change. Hutchinson trying to finish off the inning himself here as he gets closer to 30 pitches this outing. This will be his 28th coming up. Now ready, and the 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Right side of the infield, Dent backing up from first. Casilla is over, and Dent takes it. With that first baseman's mitt on tonight, Dent comes back a couple of steps and squeezes to end the inning. No runs, no hits, and one left. A scoreless top of the 7th for Chase Hutchinson. 7th inning stretch. Rebs and Bees tied at 4.
This is Dustin Hawkinsmith with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood SureSave Markets.
At Life Path Christian Ministries, members of our community come to us in need of support systems. We serve the single mother with 3 kids who needs a place to stabilize, the teenager whose mom and dad are working 2 jobs and are not home at night, the young man who never found the right family to love and care for him as he was passed through the foster care system, the Iraq War veteran who was dishonorably discharged and still struggles to break free from alcohol. Although each of these situations is different, the common thread that runs within them is the unmet need. Through love and understanding, and with the support of people like you, Life Path Christian Ministries is able to meet those needs every day. For more information on how you too can make an impact, visit online at lifepathyork.org or give us a call at 717-845-7662. Again, that's 845-7662.
The Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 7th, Nate Rose stays in for New Britain. It's a 4-4 game. Rebs with Tejeda, Burgess, and Franco coming up. Last inning, oh so close to pounding one up the middle with Casilla at second base representing the go-ahead run. Ryan Dent smoked it, but right off the glove of Nate Rowe, who's kind of fortunate to be back out there. Tejeda will lead things off. And the first pitch of the inning, a breaking ball, it missed just outside. Tejeda 0 for 3 tonight. Did have an RBI and a ground out in the 3rd. Here's the 1-0. And a breaking ball just missed, a little bit high. In the 4th inning, Simon, with the bases loaded, got him to hit into a double play. Last night, of course, a grand slam for him. The 2-0. And it breaks outside. So a 3-0 count to start the inning.
Let's go, Reds!
3-0 pitch. And taking a fastball up in the zone for a called strike. Rowe withstanding that vicious shot last inning to start another inning in relief. The 3-1. And a breaking ball comes back for strike 2. Rowe not leery about missing with that pitch and putting the leadoff man on. He gets the strike with it. The 3-2. Just inside. And Tejeda twists away. He does have a leadoff walk. Rowe almost came back to get him. Did not miss by much. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Wolf's Bus Lines, Hatfield, York Water Company, Rickers, Pizza Box and Hoagie Shop, York Volkswagen, and Penn State York. The leadoff man on, and here's Michael Burgess. 2 for 3 tonight. RBI single in the third, homer in the fifth. First pitch, misses down and in. The Revs, who got off the mat early tonight, down 3-0. Another seesaw battle with New Britain, back-to-back nights. There's the 1-0, and that missed down low. The Burgess gets himself into a favorable count. Revs with Brad Allen up in the bullpen. Here in the 7th inning tonight. The 2-0, and try to check the Went. Pitch that was up looked just a little too good out of the hand, and Burgess started and went too far. 2-1. Tejeda at first, the leadoff walk. We're tied at 4. And the pitch. It's in there. Called strike, 2-2. Like a cut fastball from Rowe. The right-hander stretches. And the 2-2 breaking ball in. That one bearing in toward Burgess's waist, and he's able to hold up, loading up with the hands. 3-2. Early in the year, it was 9th inning was going to be based on matchups, and maybe they're going to do that tonight. They had Martin up. Now it's Allen, though. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a ground ball, foul over by the Revs dugout. In the 8th, New Britain will have Walton, Carrillo, Skelton, left, right, left. And then after that, right, right, left with Krause, Rosa, Maddox. We'll see. Another 3-2, and a swing and a miss. Fastball away, gets Burgess swinging. So Rowe follows the leadoff walk with a strikeout. And there's one away here in the bottom of the 7th. Angel Franco to the plate next. 1 for 3 on the evening. Tejeda held at first by Griffin. That does open up a hole. Pitch to Franco, a curveball. That missed away. 1 ball, no strikes. Seeing both pitchers working the 7th, having come on in the 6th. There's the 1-0. And a swing and a fly ball, left center field. Krause coming over. It's the left fielder, Bierfeld, who calls for it. Fades back to him, and he'll put it away for out number 2. All right, 2 down, and Travis Witherspoon to the plate.
Your center fielder, number 1, Travis Witherspoon.
2 for 3 with an RBI single tonight. By the way, we did have a winner on our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care Home Run Contest, Benjamin Crone. Thanks to Burgess back in the 5th. Stop by the Apple Chevrolet ticket office at your convenience. Pitch to Witherspoon, breaking ball, just missed. Looked like they might have flinched behind the plate, but didn't call it. Rowe from Plainfield, New Jersey. He had pitched in the Can-Am League. His time is asked for. 4 years in the Can-Am. Prior to coming to New Britain for part of last season. There's the 1-0, and it's just outside. I do remember he was here as a starter last season, kind of an unknown. Might have even been his debut, and he pitched well. Worked as a starter last year. The 2-0, and a swing and a miss. Kept the fastball down. Rosa pretty tight to the line at third base. Griffin holding Tejeda over at first. There's the stretch, the 2-1, and a swing and a foul back. That'll find the roof. Last year, Rowe 5-3 with a 5.88 ERA for New Britain. Off to a great start this year. Right now, with the 2 outs this inning, it's at 1.64. It's become a trusted bullpen arm. He fires and a ground ball to shortstop. Coming up is Carrillo, got a high hop, and on the run, he'll throw to first to end the inning. Rowe with the breaking ball got Witherspoon to hit it off the end of the bat. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. And we'll go to the 8th tonight. The Revs and Bees tied at 4.
Kids today, with Facebook, texting, TV, and video games, seems like fresh air and sunshine are things of the past. Remember playing catch, climbing trees, wholesome backyard fun? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care remembers. Give them lush grass, healthy trees, the good old outdoors. American is baseball and apple pie. Kids have every reason to stay inside. Don't let your lawn be one of them. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. World-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great BestJet products from your neighborhood SureSave markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party planners with $18.93 deli items. BestJet hot dogs go great with BestJet kettle cooked chips. Or serve up a couple BestJet Rising Crust pizzas with 12 packs of BestJet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with BestJet products. Shop Savills Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 8th, Jared Martin takes over. Pitching change is brought to you by Maple Donuts. We were told number 15 through the glass. That was their 15, Brandon Shimo, who's loosening. So fear not, no change of roles. Brad Allen's still down there waiting for his turn. It's Martin who comes in. Pitching change, again, brought to you by Maple Donuts. And our 8th inning tonight is brought to you by York Dental Sleep Therapy. Tired of feeling the effects of sleep apnea? Tired of sleepless nights due to your CPAP? Dr. Gordon Bell may have an option to help you. Make your appointment today and let Dr. Bell help determine which treatment is best for your needs. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com. Jamar Walton leads off the 8th, fouls the first pitch off over the roof on the third base side. That fastball only at 95. Martin's last 6 outings, 13 strikeouts in 6 1/3 innings. He struck out the side in order last night. The 0-1, and it's sprayed foul down at the end of the New Britain dugout, 0-2. Overall for Martin, he appears in game number 15, no record, a 1.26 ERA, 20 Ks in 14 1/3, only 8 hits. Pitch is down low, 1-2. Has been completely dominant. The command has seemingly gotten better. There was a thing he was working on that he felt really good about. Kind of mechanically, he deals. And it's fouled off, third base side. Last night he was lights out. So far tonight, pounding the zone once again, although Walton making him work a little bit. Jamar Walton 1 for 3, singled, scored back in the second inning. Martin ready, and the 1-2. Breaking ball got him, swing and a miss. A slider from Martin, who has now struck out 14 in his last 6 2/3. All 4 here so far in this series. In fact, each of the last 5 hitters he's faced. You go back to Sunday at Sugar Land. Let's see, he's got 8 outs now, 7 on strikeouts. Here's Steve Carrillo. First pitch, he swings and misses. Fastball down and in. Carrillo 1 for 3, a bunt single and a run scored back in the second inning. New Britain had a 3-0 lead through 2, but Revs would tie it. Now we're tied 4-4. Pitch is outside. That nicks off Tejeda's glove and back to the screen. 1-1 the count. Martin delivers, and this one slung to right. Coming in is Robinson, and it lands in front of him. Didn't get the best read on it. He hesitated after his first step, and it ends up falling just in front. He knocks it down. It's a 1-out single.
50-50 raffle is winner H.
That pitch in on the hands of Carrillo. He inside-outed it, and I think that's in part what gave Robinson the slow jump. Difficult spin to pick up, coming off the bat handle.
That is the first hit allowed by Martin in his last 9 appearances. Over the last 9, he had gone 8 2/3 no-hit innings before that. Here's Skelton at the top, and he misses down and away. And now Dent coming over from first. I don't know if he was going to ask Martin how he wanted to hold Carrillo, but had he come over, that would have been their 3rd visit. Here's the 1-0, and a fastball a little high. So a 2-0 count to Skelton, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Tied it with a single off a lefty in the 6th. Pitch here, a fastball. Martin doesn't get the call. 96 right down near the knees, but evidently a hair too low. As a matter of fact, Martin, before that hit, had gone 27 straight outs without one. There's a called strike. 3-1. So a combined no-hitter over the last month. Skelton had tied it off Hutchinson in the 6th. Revs matched up with him, but he foiled that matchup attempt. The 3-1 up and in, and he's on base against a lefty again. A walk, and New Britain with 2 on and 1 out.
And I think more so than the hits, what was so impressive for Martin of late was that he was so much more around the strike zone. In the early going, a bit wild, walked some hitters, sometimes effectively wild, but wasn't always right around the plate. But the last couple outings, really attacking the strike zone. Even the pitches that miss look like strikes, and that's how he's getting a lot of his swing and misses.
Well, he will have to get back to that right here, facing Mike Kraus, who's having a 3-for-4 night. 2-run double in the 2nd, 2 on with 1 out here in a tie game in the 8th. 4-4 our score. And Martin the pitch. A half swing and he went. Now Kraus, knowing that he'd have to gear up quickly, ends up committing a foul tip into the glove, in fact, on that half cut. 0-1 the count. And the pitch, swing and a foul, out of play, right field side. Kraus has been hot for a while. Tonight, just the latest good night that he's put together. Up around 350 the last 10. Martin to jump on him here. Now the 0-2. Just missed, down and away, and Martin looks up in shock. Casilla out at second slaps his hands together in frustration. It's not just the pitcher, the guys behind him wanted it too. 1-2 on Kraus. That was pretty much unhittable. Mid-90s at the bottom outside corner. Now look back, and the 1-2, and time asked for right as he lifted his leg. And he goes ahead and finishes the pitch and just throws it to the backstop.
I think sometimes umpires reflexively give time when it's asked for. That, I think, was too late for Bill Reuter to give to Martin. He was already starting his delivery. Didn't even see time called until he was halfway home.
Now fires and misses down and away, 2-2.
And it's not just a baseball thing, but you can have a guy hurt his arm if he at the last second realizes you called time and tries to stop his delivery. Martin came home, but like you said, fired a wild one because he didn't notice until the last minute the time had been called.
Now we'll try it again, the 2-2. Strike 3 called, a backdoor slider, got him looking. And now Kraus looking back, complaining as he walks away. Second strikeout of the inning, and there's 2 down. And now he'll match up with Jovan Rosa. He's 1 for 4 tonight, RBI single in the first. In the 6th inning, he hit one perilously deep, but Witherspoon ran it down to end the inning with 2 men on. Against the left center LED board, keeping it tied. First pitch, it's a backdoor slider, just stayed out. Slider coming in at 87, 88. Now ready, here's the 1-0. And a broken bat grounder at third. Along the line, Pounds has it. He'll throw it at second, and Casilla is there. He holds the bag, running across, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 left. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 4.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, and even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83, next to Battery Warehouse.
Your county, your team.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in sports.
Bottom of the eighth, right-hander Brandon Shimo, the new pitcher for New Britain. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And the Revs had quite the look at him on Monday night. 4 innings, did not allow a hit. But everybody saw him at least once. And sidearm, junk baller, perhaps tonight, having seen him earlier this week, things might go a little bit better. The Pounds, Casilla, and Robinson here in a tie game at 4. Pounds 0 for 2 with a walk. And the first pitch, fastball over for a strike. 84 miles an hour from the slinging right-hander Shimo. 2-0 with a 3.18 ERA in 11 games. 0-1. And a breaking ball flutters across for a strike. He got the win here Monday night. In total this year, 17 innings, just 9 hits, helped by Monday's performance. Opponents hitting just 155. Here's the 0-2, and it breaks outside. Shimo in the Frontier League to begin his career. Then the Frontier and Can-Am for a year, and then the American Association last year. 4th year pro, he deals. And a breaking ball, swing and a miss. No, he stays soft for the most part. That's his approach. 1 down, and Alexi Casilla to the plate. Shimo with the Winnipeg Gold Eyes last year, 2-2 with a 4.44. It's Casilla who's 2 for 3. First pitch, a swing and a miss, a slider. 2 for 3 in his debut. He legged out the infield, hit in the 6th, and showed some gymnastic ability crossing the bag. It's the 1-1. And a check swing slider, make that the 0-1. And they say it's a called strike, now 0-2. The light out there that doesn't want to go off. Shimo with the pitch. And a called third strike. Casilla backing up, but he's rung up on the pitch in. 2 up, 2 down, and Shimo picks up right where he left off.
And if you're facing Shimo, you really have to think the opposite line, not the opposite field, but all the way to the opposite foul line. Wait as long as possible. I mean, he's really topping out at 84. You just have to force yourself to wait even longer than you think is too long.
Here's Derek Robinson, and a breaking ball down low. Robinson 2 for 2, plus a sack bunt tonight. And a run scored. The 1-0, and a breaking ball over for a strike. Now the pitch, breaking ball low again. Shimo from, I don't know if it's German PA or Germine PA, I've never heard of it, somewhere in the state. Two 2-1. Nah, that sinks below the knees.
Are you going to play the audio pronunciation?
I might. It's northeast of Scranton. Pitch to Robinson, a swing and a well-hit ball in center. It sends Kraus back, but he's got it. Backing up in straightaway center. Robinson with a tee shot to center field, but Mike Kraus runs it down going into a straight backward run. He reaches up and hauls it in. Robinson hit it very well, but it's a 1-2-3-8. We'll go to the ninth. Brad Allen coming on here in a tie game. Rebs and Bees deadlocked at 4.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You are welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your ship together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Can you sit up, little guy? There you go. What a big boy. Whoa! Every time he grabs my maple donut, it pulls him over to one side. But he keeps on grabbing at it. Whoop, there he goes again. Wait, let's see how this works. Here you go, little dude. Here's another maple donut. Can you grab it? Well, there you have it, folks. Charlie's right. A balanced baby needs a maple donut in each hand.
Maple donuts taste right.
The revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Head of the ninth, Brad Allen is on. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Had a tough series at Sugar Land. He finished the game Friday, but Barfield went yard for 3. And then on Sunday, Derek Miller, a game-tying homer, but that phantom balk call made it a 1-run game before that. Should have only made it a 1-run lead, but was charged with his first blown save, so he'll try to keep things tied here in the 4-4 game tonight. Craig Maddox leads off. Big swing and a miss. Allen a couple of days off and looking to bounce back here this evening. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. The 0-1 and a foul back to the net. It is 0-2. Middle third of the order, Maddox, Bierfeld, and Griffin for New Britain. Now Allen the kick and the pitch. And a fastball just missed, a shade high. Overall for Allen, 1-0 with a 3.55 ERA in 12 games, 3 saves, only 4 opportunities. A 1-2, and that's down and in. Tight to the line at both corners. Pitch is a broken bat, one hopper to short. Franco's got it, throw to first is in time, and there's one away right off the end of the twig, and Maddox's bat snaps in half. A lot of broken bats tonight.
I think that's 5.
Jeez.
Williamson had 3 in 1 inning.
Should I go back and listen to every game since 07 and put a new media guide category in?
You do as you please.
I don't please to do that. Here's Connor Bierfeld, and Allen dumps one in the dirt. Before the series at Sugar Land, Allen had only given up 1 run. As in 10 appearances, 10 2/3 innings. He fires, and a little low, 2-0. That leaves him staring in. He had also gone 8 straight appearances and 8 2/3 with no runs. That's how well he had been pitching. Here's the 2-0. And there's a fastball for a strike. Bierfeld 1 for 3 tonight. And the arch nemesis kept him in the park in the 5th. High single, the 2-1. And he grounds one to second. Casilla to his left. He's got it. And a sidearm throw to first. There's 2 away. 2 ground outs for Brad Allen here in the top of the 9th. And John Griffin to the plate next.
It'll be interesting to see what the Revs do should this go to extras. Allen's worked as long as an inning and 2/3 this year. Yet to go a full 2.
First pitch to John Griffin, a fastball. That's a strike. Outside corner. Griffin 1 for 3, a single and a walk. Now the 0-1. And a fastball, strike 2 called. Is the K-Man tonight. There's the wind, the 0-2, and a ground ball toward the middle, and it's going to sneak through. Griffin jammed, but singles into shallow center and keeps the top of the 9th inning alive. His second hit of the night. Uh-oh, they're going to pinch run for him. Get some speed out there here in the tie game. It's going to be Michael Baca pinch running. Now Yusuke Kajimoto, the hitter.
Pinch running for New Britain at first base, be number 5, Michael Baca.
If you're thinking steal, Baca has yet to attempt one. Kajimoto 2 for 4, a run scored tonight. First pitch is a little low. 1 ball, no strikes. We're tied at 4 here in the 9th. That base hit for Griffin. The Bees 14th of the night. They had 11 last night, 18 the night before that, 15 the day before that. There's the 1-0. And a liner down the line in right field, but he pulls it foul. A rocket into the corner in right. But Kajimoto a tick early. He's got 2 home runs. He's only listed at 5'10", 165, but he's got a little pop in that frame. Bees with 43 hits in 3 games in this series. 58 in their last 4. Here's the pitch. And it's inside. Tejeda thought about a snap throw, but couldn't get the grip. Now 2-1 the count. Pounds right near the bag at third. Shortstop Franco toward the middle, so a gaping opening on the left side of the infield. And a move to first. Back standing is Baca. Revs more concerned, though, with cutting off potential extra base hits. Go-ahead run at first base. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Allen the 2-1, and it's a little low, and now a delayed snap throw down. Baca taking his time to get back, and he does dive in. And it's a 3-1 count on the hitter. If Kajimoto reaches, Jamar Walton on deck has been swinging a hot bat. (3-1). And a line drive pulled foul again. This one out over the first base side gate. But Kajimoto early on it twice. It's a full count.
And those 2 he yanked foul came in at 93 and 91. Look for Allen to go soft away.
Baca will be on the run. Now Allen ready, the payoff pitch, and it's fouled off against the net. That was a fastball, but it was away. And they'll do it again. Now Allen back against the rubber. Kajimoto in his 9th game played tonight. Pitch is grounded second base. Casilla is there, scoops it up, makes the throw, inning over. Scoreless top of the 9th inning for Brad Allen, giving up just a 2-out single. And we go to the bottom of the 9th here at Peoples Bank Park. Revs trying to win it. It's New Britain 4, York 4.
Donegal offers car and homeowners insurance at rates that are very competitive. So competitive that Donegal's car insurance rates are among the lowest in the state. And if you insure your car and home with Donegal, Donegal will take up to an additional 10% off their already low rates. Donegal, a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance.
This is Dustin Hawkinsmith with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood SureSave Markets.
Can't get enough of the birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 9th inning, Revs looking for their first walk-off win of the year. And they'll need one if they're going to end the 3-game losing streak tonight. Tied at 4 here in the bottom of the 9th. Jose Constanza will lead things off. Shimo stays in. Corners are in. First pitch of the inning, he tries to bunt his way on and fouls it at the feet of the catcher, Skelton. There are new corner infielders, so an even better time perhaps to try that. Baca goes into third after pinch running. Rosa goes from third across to first, where I believe that's the first time we've ever seen him play there. Here's the 0-1, and a backdoor breaking ball called strike. So Shimo now ahead 0-2. He's worked 5 no-hit innings in this series against the Revs. There's the 0-2, and it's slapped on the ground, cut off at third by Baca. He'll take his time and make the throw to first. The Baca playing up, able to reach it on the chop over to his left. Throws to first, one away. Baca, the first-year pro. Out of an NAIA school in Kansas. Here's Ryan Dent. He's 1 for 3, double and a run, also a walk. And the first pitch, it sinks down and in. Shimo seems like the type that could throw all night. 4 innings Monday, 2nd inning tonight. Here's the 1-0. And it's a called strike, outside corner. Revs have been walked off twice, including Sunday. Here's the pitch. And it's a called strike on the outside black. If they're able to get a win, it would be the 699th in franchise history. regular season play. 1-2. And a soft tapper toward the third base line. This will crawl foul as Shimo speeds over to glove it. Tejeda on deck. Bees tied it on a single in the 6th by Skelton. Right after the Revs took a brief lead on a Burgess homer in the 5th. It's been 4-4 ever since. Now Shimo ready. 1-2, and a swing and a fly ball foul the other way, and fading into the picnic area in right. I don't know if I finished the thought last inning or not, but German, PA, or Germine, or whatever is near Scranton. Did I say that? I did.
Still looking for a pronunciation, though.
He's a breaking ball and a called third strike, and Dent is steamed. He looks back and has some choice words on his way off to the dugout. He didn't care for it at all. And there's 2 down in the 9th. Shimo, who had just 2 strikeouts in that brilliant 4-inning performance the other night, now has 3 already, retiring all 5 thus far. Dent thought it missed away, but now 2 outs, and Tejeda will dig in. 0 for 3 with an RBI ground out, also a walk. First pitch, breaking ball, down and away. Did you know that his hometown is named after John Germine, a business person in the mining industry? 1-0, breaking ball, there's a called strike. I don't know how to pronounce his name either, but...
So it could be John German.
Could be, but I sure gave it my best shot. Or just picked one and went with it. 1-1. And a bouncer foul over by the third base dugout. And Shimo is strike away from sending this one to extra innings. Revs have not been able to figure him out. There's the 1-2. Breaking ball chopped high off the dirt toward the middle and cut off by Kajimoto, who will hold it, and flip to Carrillo, who will then hold it. And it's an infield hit for Tejeda. The winning run is on, and Michael Burgess to the plate. That was like a super ball off McAdam, chopping that either off the plate or just in front of it and straight up. First hit Shimo's allowed in this series in 5 2/3 innings. Here's Michael Burgess, who's 2 for 4, RBI single and a homer. And the first pitch, a breaking ball, called strike down at the knees.
It'll be interesting to see if Tejeda gets to second base if Mark Mason decides to pinch run for him. Luis Cruz, the other catcher on the roster right now, just those 2.
Now ready, the 0-1, and a breaking ball, got him to chase, down and away. And it's 0-2, Shimo again, trying to send it to the 10th, a strike away from doing so. The stretch, and the 0-2, swinging a line drive, he yanks it foul, right through the bullpen balcony in right. Stays 0-2. Burgess looking for his first walk-off hit with the Revs. or at least to just extend the inning. Angel Franco waits on deck. Tejeda held by Rosa at first. Another 0-2, and a breaking ball popped up. At short, it's Carrillo backing out and calling and fighting it for a moment. The wind out to left, but he's got it. And we will play extras tonight. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. And it's on to the 10th. First extra inning home game this season. The Rebs and Bees tied at 4.
Hey man, I know how you feel. That guy down the street, the one with the fancy lawn, those weekend get-togethers, the big family barbecues, and the barefoot kids and wife outside working on her tan. Hey, it's no secret. It's greener on that side of the fence. It's Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Greener grass on your side of the fence is just a quick phone call away. For world-class care right in your backyard, call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, 717-292-9994.
At Life Path Christian Ministries, members of our community come to us in need of support systems. We serve the single mother with 3 kids who needs a place to stabilize, the teenager whose mom and dad are working 2 jobs and are not home at night, the young man who never found the right family to love and care for him as he was passed through the foster care system, the Iraq War veteran who was dishonorably discharged and still struggles to break free from alcohol. Although each of these situations is different, the common thread that runs within them is the unmet need. Through love and understanding, and with the support of people like you, Life Path Christian Ministries is able to meet those needs every day. For more information on how you too can make an impact, visit online at lifepathyork.org or give us a call at 717-845-7662. Again, that's 845-7662.
Your teams all the time. Our only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Head to extra innings. First time at Peoples Bank Park here this season. Rebs and Bees tied at 4. It'll be Jamar Walton leading things off. Brad Allen looking to go 2 innings in relief. His first pitch, a swing and a miss. Fastball at 90, and Walton elevates with him. Now, the only reliever that the Rebs have not used the last 2 nights is DePaula. There's a pitch up high, a pitch. Fastball up high, 1-1. DePaula did pitch on Monday night. A 1-1 offering, and it's fouled away, left field side. Right over Arch Street Eats, 1-2. The Rebs in extras are 2-1, all of that on the road. Here's the 1-2. And it slings it the other way, a base hit. Over by the line and left, and this will slice into the corner. And Walton is in at second with a leadoff double. He inside-outs it and slices it the other way. And the go-ahead run is at second to begin the 10th. Rebs really need this win. Here's Steve Carrillo, and I'm sure he'll be up there trying to bunt him over. Tejeda out for a quick meeting to make sure they're together on signs. Runner at second base right away. Carrillo 2 for 4, a bunt single and a run tonight. Corners are in. Allen the first pitch, and he bunts it foul straight to the backstop. My thoughts exactly. No balls and a strike. Pounds in at third, Dent at first. Allen ready, he fires, Carrillo squares, pulls back, it was low, throw behind Walton, bounces off of him and into center field, and Walton takes third on the first error of the game. Tejeda trying to throw behind him and catch him, and it glances off his back and into center. And on the throwing error, the go-ahead run is at third base with nobody out. Revs with their first error of the series. And they bring all four infielders in now. 1-1 to Carrillo. He swings and fouls it into the upper deck and back out on the first base side, 1-2.
And that's a play where the risk reward just isn't there. Throw from your knees 180 feet away. Just very, very unlikely you're going to get a guy picked off. Much more likely that you throw it away, and that's what happened.
Now in the pitch. And a fly ball, left center field. Long run. It's going to land in between left and center. Walton in to score. Carrillo heading to second. Witherspoon fires in. New Britain leads at 5-4 in the top of the 10th. A looping double for Carrillo, who plants it right between Constanza and Witherspoon, who were spread apart in the alignment. Landed right between the two. So the first run of the game since the 6th inning when New Britain tied it. And Carrillo with his third double in the last two nights gives New Britain the lead. Here's Skelton at the top, corners in, and he swings and misses a first pitch fastball. Steve Carrillo now 6 for 11, actually 7 for 12 in this series. Now Skelton squares, bunts it in front of Allen. He comes in to grab it, fires to first. Sacrifice is good. Skelton popped it slightly, but able to get it down in front of Allen. Sacrifice 1-4, and Carrillo to third base with one out. Skelton's second sack bunt of the night.
And once again, give these guys at the bottom of the B's order credit. 5 hits in the game last night, 5 hits again tonight between Walton and Carrillo, and going the opposite way for back-to-back doubles.
Now the infield will come in. Mike Kraus, the hitter. Joe Beimel up in the New Britain bullpen. Allen the pitch, breaking ball, it's a called strike. And it's not often that you try to get 2 innings out of your closer, but the Revs in the situation they've been in the last few days trying to do that. The 0-1, and a swing and a miss, a high fastball. Nothing in 2. Man, Allen now at 31 pitches. Here's the 0-2, and a missed up and in. They don't want to do that, but they don't have many other options at this point. So I mean, he might be able to come back tomorrow, but here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Slider strikes out Kraus. And there's 2-way here in the top of the 10th. But Hutchinson and Allen both out there longer than ideal here tonight. Here's Jovan Rosa, who's 1 for 5, an RBI single in the first. Revs down 5-4 here in the top of the 10th. First pitch, a check swing, and he went. High fastball at 92. Revs in the bottom of the 10th with Allen trying to keep this a 1-run game. They'll have Franco, Witherspoon, and Pounds due up. Allen the 0-1, and a fastball, strike 2 called. Reaching back for 93 on his 35th pitch. of the evening. Oh, 2. And it just missed outside. Allen debuted this season as the 7th inning man at New Britain on opening night. First series between these two since opening weekend. Now the 1-2. And he swats a chopper foul, third base side. New Britain has won 3 straight. The Revs have dropped 3 straight. Streaks that they're trying to end tonight, but now we'll have to do it coming from behind in extras. Now in the 1-2, breaking ball, line to right center. Witherspoon coming on, it's down for a hit. And Carrillo in to score, and New Britain with a 6-4 lead here in the top of the 10th inning. Jovan Rosa, his second RBI hit of the night. First inning and 10th inning. Spoon had him played to pull, which he normally does, but finds some room over toward right center. Here's Craig Maddox. And the first pitch swings and shoots a ground foul off the handle. Down the third base side. Maddox 1 for 5 with a first inning double. Fletch had made some signal to the Revs bullpen, but I can't quite tell what's going on. Pitch is inside, 1-1. But Allen now at 40 pitches. And now he probably will not be available tomorrow night. 1-1, and a swing and a miss, fastball. I don't want to assume that. He wants the ball all the time, but you don't often see that.
There's no reason to push him.
Now has his sign. 1-2, and a foul tip straight back. Only remember a couple of times over the years that they've had to have their 9th inning guy out there that long. Now the 1-2 again, and he missed high. All started with the 8th and 9th hitters, but here recently for New Britain, they're hot too. 2-2 pitch, and a foul tip. That deflected off somebody and back to the screen. 17 hits for New Britain tonight. Beimel will be looking for back-to-back saves. There's the pitch, and a bouncer foul behind the plate. Beimel got 4 outs last night. Dodged the near miss on Joel Guzman's pinch hit attempt. Ended up saving a 2-run game, and that once again is the margin for New Britain. Another 2-2. Breaking ball, lined the other way, a base hit down the line and left. Rosa around second, he'll stop there. Constanza plays it off the bottom of the big wall. Maddox a single, it's their 18th hit.
And 80th hit in their last 6 games.
Oh. Well, that's going to be it for Brad Allen after 46 pitches. And I don't know if I want to say that the Revs had a little bad fortune running into a team that's struggled horribly and is all of a sudden hot, but they haven't been able to cool off the Bees at the same time here in these 3 games. It'll be Manny Corpus coming in. Went a third of an inning last night. And he'll come on. A pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts here in the top of the 10th. First and second with 2 outs, 2 runs home, and the Bees with a 6-4 lead.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great Best Jet products from your neighborhood Sure Save markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party planners with $18.93 deli items. Best Jet hot dogs go great with Best Jet kettle cooked chips. Or serve up a couple Best Jet rising crust pizzas with 12 packs of Best Jet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with Best Jet products. Shop Savills Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
At Life Path Christian Ministries, members of our community come to us in need of support systems. We serve the single mother with 3 kids who needs a place to stabilize, the teenager whose mom and dad are working 2 jobs and are not home at night, the young man who never found the right family to love and care for him as he was passed through the foster care system, the Iraq War veteran who was dishonorably discharged and still struggles to break free from alcohol. Although each of these situations is different.
Matt, great spot. We'll get back to it. Here's Connor Bierfeld, who takes down and away. Manny Corpus is ready quicker than almost any pitcher, so we apologize for that. In here trying to end the top of the 10th with 2 on and 2 out, 2 runs home. Here's the 1-0, and a fastball over for a strike. Bierfeld 1 for 4 with a walk tonight. Corpus last night charged with a run and an inherited run. This is the 1-1. And that's down and away. Skips off Tejeda's glove off to the right. Both runners move up. It'll be a wild pitch. And it's second and third. Bees are a base hit away from the floodgates being open here. And Corpus will work at the dirt against the pitching rubber. Now the 2-1 and a swing and a miss. Fastball there. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, I'm not sure if we mentioned the final or not, but Southern Maryland did beat Lancaster 2-0. 2 first-inning runs off Rami Lewis. That was it. Here's the 2-2. And trying to check the slider away. He's run up on the appeal down to first. The Corpus comes in and wraps up the top of the 10th. But New Britain scores 2 on 4 hits. 1 error, they leave 2 in scoring possession. And we go to the bottom of the 10th. Revs in need of a couple of runs now against Joe Beimel, trailing 6-4.
This is Dustin Hawkinsman with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood Sure Save Markets.
Can't get enough of the birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 10th, Joe Beimel is on for New Britain. 6-4, the Bees lead it. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. He got 4 outs in the save last night. Trying to save it for Brandon Shimo, who would win his second of this series. Now with a total of 1 infield hit allowed in 6 innings out of the New Britain bullpen. Revs with Franco, Witherspoon, and Pounds coming up. Franco will turn and bat right-handed. 1 for 4 on the evening. Beimel ready to work. Here's the lefty's first pitch of the night, and it misses down and in. 1-2 with a 5.25 ERA in 11 games, 4 saves. Opponents have hit .340 though. 1-0, and that's over for a strike. Last night, Franco singled off the arch nemesis against Beimel, but maybe trying to spark the team and make an aggressive play, just picked the wrong time to do it. Thrown out at second. There's the 1-1, and a swing and a miss. He let it fly. Trying to lead off against him this time and get things started. It's the 40-year-old lefty who will work on back-to-back nights. Here's the 1-2. And a swing and a tapper in front of the mound. Beimel has to come in. He's got it, turns and makes the throw. And there's one away here in the bottom of the 10th. Beimel in the big leagues was known for a slider and a high changeup, which you don't often hear, but he would use that to fool hitters and get them to kind of jump out at it. Here's Witherspoon, who's 2 for 4, RBI single and a steal. First pitch is over for a strike. Very smooth delivery. That one poured across at 89. There's the 0-1. Man, that's down low. Now ready, the 1-1 to Witherspoon, and it misses low. He's 2 for 4 tonight. I guess I said that already. Can't remember anything tonight. Beimel's career high in appearances was 83 with the Dodgers in 07. Dependable reliever. The 2-1. And a swing and a line smash to left, headed for the big wall and off the Revolution reward sign. And Witherspoon will stop with a single. Lesson learned from last night. Bierfeld guns it back in, but Witherspoon with a missile high off the arch nemesis and left, and it'll get the tying run to the plate in Brian Pounds. His 3rd hit of the night. Pounds the tying run. 0 for 3 with a walk. And a move to first. Witherspoon back standing. Beimel's got that pause, leaning pickoff move where his leg kind of hangs, and he'll leave you wondering whether he's going to the plate or to first base for a moment. Witherspoon will have to keep it short at first. And a pitch to Pounds, a swing and a drive the other way toward the corner and right, slicing, and it lands just foul. And it was foul off his bat. He ran down to first carrying his bat. It wasn't far from the line, but he saw it foul as soon as it left. Made a bid, though, toward the corner. A good swing on it. That could have made things really interesting. as it is, he's the tying run. No balls and a strike on him. Here's the stretch. And Beimel with the pitch. And a swing and a pop-up. At first base, Jovan Rosa into foul territory. Now back third. He drops it. And it bounces along the line. And Witherspoon is going to make it to second. First and second with one out. And Rosa battling the wind. It was in foul territory. And then he had to reach back. And it landed untouched. Past the bag fair, and then settled along the line, and Witherspoon made a mad dash for second and made it ahead of the throw. So the tying run is on, the winning run will come up. Revs catch a break. And the new guy, Alexi Casilla, the hitter.
And that's a tough play as a base runner because in foul ground, there's no reason to get off the base. But then it landed back fair, and credit Witherspoon for getting on his horse and getting to second.
Now here's Casilla. It is an error on Rosa. And the first pitch, it's a change-up low. Casilla 2 for 4 tonight. Revs given a break. And a little extra life here in the bottom of the 10th, trailing 6-4, pounds the tying run at first. Here's the stretch. Look back at second again. And the 1-0 pitch, it's down and away. Casilla, who came up with the Twins, Beimel was there a couple of years before Alexi. Beimel there briefly in 04. Made a brief stop. Here's the stretch. Look back at second. The 2-0. And it's over for a strike. And fastball at 87 just to get it over. Down in the zone. Now the lefty ready. And the 2-1. Missed inside. Derek Robinson waits on deck. Outfield shallow on Casilla, especially the opposite field and right. Witherspoon at second on the hit. Pounds at first on the air. The stretch. Beimel a check, the 3-1, and a swing and a foul tip in the backswing. Clocked Skelton in the side of the helmet. 3-2, and he'll take a moment to catch his breath. Skelton with the helmet off, working on some orangish blonde bleached hair these days.
A bunch of the Bees have that going.
And it's got a little bit of a mohawk to it as well. He is a little rustier colored than some of the others, but it's a team-wide thing they have going. It's a full count. Now Beimel ready with it. A look at second base, and the 3-2, a swing and a ground ball. It is just foul. Down the third base line, Michael Baca laying out. Just out of his reach and just on the other side of the chalk. A 3-2 it remains. Casilla taking aim at the third base line there. Switch hitter has batted from both sides of the plate here at his debut game. Ready is Beimel. Checks second twice. Another 3-2. And a swing and a foul back. We'll do it again. That one up on the roof. Casilla last year at AAA Buffalo with the Blue Jays for the entire year. Played in the Dominican Winter League this past off season, something he's done throughout his career. Originally, he's from San Cristobal, Dominican Republic, now lives in Florida. Now ready again. Couple looks back, another 3-2, and a swing and a miss. Beimel wins the battle. A fastball in under Casilla's hands, who has struck out for the third time on the night. Now 2 for 5 in his debut. Revs down to their final out. Derek Robinson to the plate. 2 for 3 with a run, a sac bunt. The one out that he made was hit deep in center. He's swung it well tonight. And another switch hitter who will bat from the right. Revs with 3 switch hitters in the lineup this evening. Beimel turns and looks Witherspoon back, the lead runner. Revs down 2 with 2 on, 2 out in the 10th. Here's the stretch from Beimel. First pitch, it is a called strike. Outside corner, starts him off ahead. Mentioned Beimel's 83 appearances in 07, third in the NL. Best year was maybe the next year, his ERA 2.02 and 0.8 for the Dodgers. The 0-1, and Robinson watches it a little bit low. Dodgers that year lost to the Phillies in the NLCS. He's made a couple of postseason appearances, also with the Rockies in 09. Manny was there 2 years prior, I'm sorry. The 1-1, and a check swing on a pitch up and away, appeal, and Robinson held up. 2-1.
Trienfeld would pinch hit for Constanza if we get there.
That was Guzman last night. It would be Trienfeld tonight. Here's the stretch. Beimel with the 2-1 and a foul tip back to the net. Good rip from Robinson. But the Revs down to their final strike tonight. Here in a close and sometimes excruciating battle with New Britain trying to end this skid, but now down to their final strike. I'm sorry, Manny was Beimel's teammate in 09. There's the stretch from the lefty. A look back, and the 2-2. Swing, and he fouls it back to the net. Hangs in there again. .6-4 the score. Again, it's Witherspoon at second. He's singled with 1 out, pounds the tying run at first, who reached on the air. Beimel, another 2-2, and another foul, back to the net. So Casilla battled. Beimel eventually got him. Now Robinson battling. The hecklers are chiming in regarding my poor facts. 2-2 it remains. Beimel with his 25th pitch of the inning coming up. Another 2-2, and it missed up high. Derek Robinson, what an at-bat. He works it full, and now anything in a gap could tie it. Runners will have the head start. Robinson swung it a little bit better from this side of the plate. 286 off left, 244 off right. Batting from the right against the left-hander. The stretch from Beimel. Glance back, 3-2, and a missed outside. And the Rebs have loaded the bases here in the bottom of the 10th inning. And tonight it's going to be Carlos Triunfal who will pinch hit against Beimel in place of Constanza, the left-hand hitter. Guzman, who just missed last night. Tonight it's Triunfal who will take a crack at it. And the Rebs have certainly grinded against Beimel here in the 10th tonight, who had to get 4 outs last night. And he's now at 26 pitches here in the 10th inning tonight. So they get the right-hander in there, and a base hit could tie. Something beyond that could win it. Winning run is on. First pitch, a swing and a miss. And Triunfal was trying to clobber it and end it right there, and Beimel stayed down and away from him. Pounds the tying run at second. Robinson the winner at first. Witherspoon leads the pack as he leads in foul territory at third. Here's the 0-1, and it's down low. Evened up one, Triunfal, 1-1. Overall with the Revs, hitting .208, 5 for 24 in 6 games. A homer, 6 driven in. Here's the stretch from Beimel. A 1-1 pitch, swinging a ground ball to shortstop. Carrillo's got it and aims it over to second. Kajimoto is there. Ball game over, and New Britain wins it 6-4. The final score in 10 innings tonight. Revs leave them loaded in the bottom of the 10th, and Joe Beimel with his second save in as many nights. Brandon Shimo with his second win of the series, and New Britain has won the series, coming in and claiming the first 3. Revs will try to avoid the sweep tomorrow. They fall to 2-2 in extras. It's their first extra inning home game this season. And it goes the way of New Britain, who scores twice in the top of the 10th. And the Bees win it by a final score of 6-4. They stranded 14 in the night, but with the Revs leaving them loaded in their half of the 10th, they end up leaving 12 for the game. A 6-4 final in 10 innings.